Was I muted? Was I muted? I kid you not. I read Unhinged, or I thought Vec was trolling me. Because my mic was on. I didn't realize I was muted on OBS. Well, they didn't hear you barking, that's for sure. Hey, make up your mind. Are you going to chill here with me or are you going to go out? Because I'm trying to read this crazy-ass fight. You got 2 seconds. What's it going to be? Yeah? I love you, Willie. Okay. Here, I'll let you go out. Let me let her go out. I'm going to let her go out. It's gonna be a good fight. Ooh, it's gonna be a good fight, praise Ellie. He's busy with Ellie and you don't read us? No. What do you mean? You guys troll too hard, it became real? Low-key, man. I was like, man, these guys are good. It's like, I was like, I'm gonna be one step ahead of them today. Like, I ain't gonna fall for their tricks. Who is Leonard? Ain't no way. I think I... Yeah, oh, there you go, Khaled. Ooh, you played Dishonored, huh? I played this game when they came out back in the day. Oh, man. Some of you guys might have not even played this game when it came out. Okay. But doing at the start, low-key? I know. I fucking misspelled Leonard's name, huh? It's okay. You know what? It's the thought that count. Bro, he even reads it wrong in chat. Kleinx Leonard. I know, I spelled it wrong. Dishonored is great. How the hell do I spell his name? Did I misspell it? Or did I fuck up? I know, sorry. Oh my god. I was this close, bro. I was about to cancel stream today. So much happened. We don't got to get into it, but so much happened. I was about to cancel the last minute, but it's like I can't do this. We have such an important channel coming up. Lore channel today. You wrote Leonard instead of Leon. You're right. You know what's fun? I'm gonna edit this right now. I don't want to embarrass myself in case more people tune in right now. I literally spelled it like that because when I thought, oh my god, it was like Leonard, but it's not. You know. Okay, we're good. Thank you for stalling easy. I caught the stream and didn't miss anything. There you go. That's why we were stalling. I was stalling to get all you guys in. All right, you guys ready? Let's start. Is that the abbreviation for the people that ship them? All right, you guys ready? I'm fucking excited, man. Not change alert to done to troll newcomers. Dude, that'd be such... No, man, that'd be wild. All right, let's fucking start. Let me put... Dude, hold up. We're gonna have like the most hyped fucking intro right now. You guys fucking ready? Woo! I'm fucking pumped, man. I'm playing walls closing in right away. I'm fucking pumped. I'm excited. Leonard changed to Demon S. That'd be funny. Hold up. I'm pumping myself up. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold your horses, guys. Lock in, man. It's gonna be a fucking good fight, dude. I can feel it. I can fucking feel it. Hold up. Let me pause this over here. Sorry. I have like 2 songs going on at once. Bear with me. Let me pop. Wait. Bear with me. Fuck. This is such a scuff start. I'm so sorry. I wasn't prepared for the stream when I just got back and started it right away. That's why I had to start stream for a bit. I wasn't able to prepare ahead of time. And then I almost canceled because of IRL, and I didn't want that to stop me. So, give me 2 seconds. Two seconds while I prep. 2 seconds while I prep. I'm almost done. Okay. I got my notes open. Not my notes. I got my timestamp. Well, yeah, I do got my notes open. Now, let me pop out chat. Put it down here on my bottom right so I can see you guys. Anything crazy happens, just at me. Shit. Let me go to the chapter. We are on 427. It's going to be a fucking good fight. Easy. I want to hear your best announcer voice for this intro. I gotta get ready. Sup? You guys fucking ready? We're gonna stand up for this fucking intro. Hold up. We gotta record. I'm put the volume all the way up. Think we're gonna scare people? Should we scream? See if we can scare them? Hold up. Peak has arrived. Peak? Oh, I almost dropped my bike. Okay, we started the recording. Peak has definitely arrived. This is going to be the best fight in Volume 2. I can feel it. I can taste it. Go Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan without the hair. Alright, guys. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, autocorrect. Woo! Woo! I'm ready. I'm pumped, bro. You know what? Let's skip the intros. You know who I am. You know what I'm reading. If you like what you are going to see, like, comment, subscribe. Did we not upgrade? Okay, we're gonna do this without pausing the video. We're gonna update our stuff because we're reading 427 today. Ain't no way these two guys in full suited armor are not gonna know who they are, and they're gonna take down a really evil Beyonder. It's gonna be really good. I'm excited. I hope you guys are pumped. If I have my heart rate monitor on, we'd be spiking at 150 right now. All right, let's pause. Let's keep reading, dude. Let's go straight into it. Let's fucking go straight into it. Oh, shut up. Let's just fucking go into the fucking chapter, dude. Let's fucking read. No way I'm already fucking sweaty. Oh, I'm gonna have to take off this shirt right now. Oh, by that I mean put on another shirt. Hold up, hold your horses, guys. Hold up. Okay, copy, paste. 427. I'm fucking pumped. I'm excited. This is gonna be such a fucking good fight. I think Cammy said it on the last episode, like, why the fuck did you stop at a cliffhanger? Like, it's such a good part. It's like, I know, man. Needs zooming into face. I wish I could get that. I don't know how to do it. I need to prep this. I've had this Steam Deck for so long. The emoji, not Cam. Oh, thank you guys for spamming those faces, man. I'm pumped. It just incenses out all of this hype. Oh shit, let's fucking read, dude. All right, I'm pumped. The music stays on because we're probably gonna get fighting right away. The Choice of Times. Oh, is a good title. The murky. I forgot it's a sewer fight. The Lenavus fight was goated in the sewers. This is gonna be even better. I can taste it. Oh, I got a burp. Where were we? Chapter 427 is called The Choice of Times. By the way, thank you guys. There's 30 of you guys here. What's your editing software you use to edit your videos? Pause and record. I don't edit. Wait, let me pause the recording. I just pause and record on OBS, bro. Nothing fancy. I use CapCuts on my phone. That's as far as my editing goes. I use CapCuts on my phone, and I pause and record through OBS on my PC. That's it. It takes so long editing, man. I guess that's why, like, bigger YouTubers, quote unquote, have an editor, because it takes so long, bro. It's not that it's hard. It's really time consuming. Did you find your sheet music, or are you just doing by ear? What do you think about the hot dogs? I don't know what we're talking about, but let's keep reading. Okay, let's start all over. The murky rivers and the sewers flowed beneath until the unlit surroundings. If a normal person walked in here, then he would have to carry a lantern in order to see the necessary details of the situation clearly. However, to Klein, who was in his spirit body state, this wasn't an obstacle. Everything around him had long been reflected in his eyes. Therefore, when the Desire Apostle discovered him, he also discovered the Desire Possible. He didn't speak, nor did he hesitate. He opened his mouth and let out a soundless screech. This was an attack that directly damaged the soul. Oh, it's good. Oh, I'm choking on my saliva. The Desire Apostle suddenly stopped moving as if someone had delivered a heavy blow to him. Large patches of shadow like black substances fell off his body as though he was shaking off the snowflakes that had been tainted with the deepest desires. And that instant, oh my god, I can't read. I'm getting too excited. I got to tone it down a bit. In that instant, the Desire Apostle, who was already severely injured, almost fainted. Without the support of his physical body, he was like a candlelight in the middle of a raging wind, swinging back and forth on the verge of being extinguished at any moment. His shadow suddenly dispersed, turning into a black-pitch liquid that flowed in all directions, making it impossible to know which shadow to pursue. At that moment, a shadow suddenly jumped out of the darkness from behind Klein, and it suddenly rushed forward. This is so hype, dude. I'm just waiting for Leonard to join the freaking fight, dude. This is gonna be so good. I'm getting a little emotional. You're a man, bro. Hold it together. Okay, Klein didn't seem to react at all, allowing the shadow to lunge onto him. However, the Desire Apostle suddenly shivered as if he had touched the coldest and chillest object possible. The shadow rapidly slowed down as if he had been frozen stiff. He knew that wraiths the shadows came with freezing effects, but he didn't expect the fellow wearing the Dark Emperor's crown would have such an influence on a spirit body like him. This was a case of being completely suppressed when it came to their lives' natural order. Klein had expected such an outcome. He half turned his body, stretched out his hand. Oh, I said ring. His right hand and placed it on the head of the stiff shadow. How's the music? I hope it's good. Can't wait for easy to go. Oh, I don't know what we're. Can't wait for what. I'll read it right now. Then the dark golden sun brooch was concealed by the black armor flashed with a faint light. The Desire Apostle sensed the danger and could perceive his imminent doom. He tried to resist, but was temporarily powerless. A ray of pure and holy light appeared out of nowhere and landed on the shadows head, enveloping his body. The surroundings were suddenly illuminated as the black shadow struggled with all its might but didn't stop evaporating. In just a blink of an eye, it had become abnormally thin, and its spirituality was filled with the radiance, blazing sun, and cries of what? Indignation. Klein didn't give him a chance to catch his breath, and he summoned another pure and bright holy light. The feeling of daylight lasted for 2 seconds before the Desire Apostle fell to the ground, losing all signs of life. His body... He's not dead. His body remained in his shadow state, thin as though it had no destiny. The Sequence 5 expert who had just assassinated Duke had died just like that? No. He didn't even have the time to pass on his last words. At the same time, Klein saw the deceased spirit was on the verge of dissipating after suffering the blows. Wait, is Leonard gonna fight Klein? No, it's just a shadow. No! Dude, fucking cuttlefish. There is no way they're gonna fight each other. No! I had the live stream title all wrong. I thought they were gonna team up against him. Dude, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Wait, it hasn't happened yet. I gotta shut up. Hold up. Hold up. The Beyonder characteristics. This was such an anticlimactic fight. Hold up, man. Hold up. No, when he subverts expectations, it pays off. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna keep reading. The Beyonder, the Beyonder, shit, dude. Son of a bitch. The Beyonder characteristics will take a while to appear. Should I mimic Miss Sharon by possessing the shadow and speeding up the process? No, don't do that. But I don't know how. Klein began considering what to do next. Suddenly, he felt the ground tremble slightly. Relying on his spiritual intuition, he looked back at the place where he had passed by before. It's so fucking cool. Yo, dude, they're gonna fight each other. Wait, dude, I'm crying. This is so hype. This is so hype. I don't know what he said. You remember? I just read what he said. A tall, heavy silver armor was rushing over. You know what? Did I call it in my fanfic or did I not call it? Oh, shit. A tall, heavy silver armor was rushed over diagonally down from the left shoulder. It was stained with a large amount of solidified blood. Sealed Artifact 142. Klein's heart tightened. Without any hesitation, he wrapped the Spirit of the Desire Apostle within him and ended the summoning. His original plan was as long as the official Beyond arrived, he would No shot, he just returns. Shut up. He would return immediately, even if he didn't manage to finish off the Desire Apostle, handing over the rest to them. I got scammed, bro. No way. I got so hyped for a day. And he's just gonna leave. No way he leaves. Oh my god. We flew too close to the sun, brothers and sisters. Stop. The red glove and the bloodstained silver armor only saw a silhouette wearing a black crown and similarly colored black cloak before it disappeared without a trace. Shut the oh my god. Ah, can I be honest? Can I say I'm mad or can I not say I'm mad? Fuck, dude, I'm so pissed off. No, and I can it changes point of views. No way. He narrowed his eyes. I just read this. Wait, no, I didn't. He narrowed his eyes, carefully examining the spot where the man had just been and found the Desire Apostle who had just lost his life. Clearing clues and destroying evidence, he said in a low voice. Tap, tap, tap. The fucking red glove who were behind him arrived one after the other. You hyped yourself up as your father. Who the fuck was the one that told me, yo, man, do the best intro possible? We're gonna time him out. Someone go up and find it. Who's the one that like egged me on to hype myself up? It was so funny seeing you getting hyped up, knowing that nothing was moving at the work. You fucking motherfuckers. And then fucking yesterday, why would you stop right here? That's such a cliffhanger. I'm gonna take off the battle music, man. Hold up. I'm fucking turning this shit off. I'm fucking mad. I was so fucking hyped up. I should have canceled stream today. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to cancel stream. Oh, I'm so mad. That's so funny though, dude. I'm gonna just play Ambus. Let's just fucking play this. Man. Oh, I got hyped up for nothing, dude. Romero clip it? Man, I got hyped up for nothing. I don't even want to read anymore, dude. I mean, I love Lord of Mysteries, man. I'm just mad. After returning above, returning above the Great Fog. Oh man, hold up. What was that? First time chatter? I've only watched season 1 of Bakemonogatari. I don't think that ever happened. But when it happens, I'll let you know what I'm feeling. Sorry, I saw a Twitch chat. I haven't passed season 1, and I got the books, but I haven't passed season 1. All right, let's keep reading, man. We changed point of views. Damn. After returning above the Great Fog and skipping out on what was probably going to be the best fight of this volume. So we'll see what happens. Klein wasn't in a hurry to channel the body spirit. Instead, he directly left the mysterious space and returned to his body in the real world. He skillfully packed up the ritual items like candles, and soon the last traces were removed. After doing all of this, he once again created a double. He took 4 steps counterclockwise and arrived at the ancient palace above the Great Fog. Can you tell I'm so out of energy now? Here, he could communicate directly with a remnant spirit as a real spirit medium could do. Without having to pray to anyone or use the help of a ritual, he had confirmed that when he communicated with the nimble right master Rozango's spirit. Considering that the spirit of the desired apostle had been purified and might dissipate at any moment, Klein prepared himself to ask the relatively more important information. What was more important in this crazy fight? Let's keep reading. As for the potion formula for the devil pathway, he planned to consider it only at the end. In any case, even if he obtained... Oh, he didn't even get the characteristic. The hype to disappointment was legendary. Legendary. It's okay. I know season 2 is going to be a good finale. So I know it's going to be hype. I'm so bummed out. This is going to be the longest chapter recording, man. Bro, I was reading out of spite and pettiness. I didn't say that. He said that. But I'm feeling something I haven't felt reading this series right now at this very damn moment. Oh, cuttlefish, how can you do this to me? Is this how you guys felt, or do you guys just read it right away? Shit, dude. As for the potion formula for the devil, I'm gonna just read it like this for this whole chapter. He planned to consider it only at the end. In any case, even if he obtained it, he didn't plan on selling it, lest he would nurture a few cold-blooded serial murderers. Looking at the desire puzzle with the brown hair and brown blank eyes, Klein animated his spirituality and asked, "What were you plotting?" I don't know, man. I don't even want to know anymore. The Desire's apostle connection had been completely severed off from the outside world by the Grey Fog and can only reply in a muddled voice. Assassinate Duke Negan. Duke Negan, him again. Who wants him dead so much? Klein was stunned as he asked, "Did it succeed?" "Yes." The Desire apostle answered calmly without giving any additional descriptions. In this state, he only replied to whatever he was asked. Poor Duke Negan, the Lord of Storms, wasn't able to protect you. Klein gestured to the signs of the crimson moon on his chest. He didn't attempt to understand the details and directly asked who instigated you to do so. Was it the organization that had commissioned Rear Admiral Hurricane Quillingus? No. Wasn't it a commission? Wait, Klein recalled the assassination attempt. The Desire Apostle calmly said, "An organization, the most secret and ancient organization most Beyonders don't know of its existence, but Roselle was in it." I'm sorry, I'm sniffling right now. I got so hyped up, and we went so low, and my energy just went out the roof, man. All my energy is gone. We'll build it back up. We'll build it back up right now. Its members are said to have important figures in various fields, maybe the higher-ups of the various churches and militaries of different nations. Sounds familiar. Could it be that the secret organization which Emperor Rizzo joined, the ancient organization that wields the secret blasphemy state? Klein's mind stirred and he asked, "What kind of reward did they promise you that you would be willing to give up your identity of more than 10 years? The Desire Apostle replied in a slightly changed voice, "A card of..." What kind of reward did he promise you? That you would be willing to give up your identity of more than 10 years. The Desire Apostle replied in a slightly changed voice, "A card of blasphemy, the Abyss card." Wait, so is the Abyss card... what was it called? The Abyss of the Underworld? No. Abyss of the... Oh my god, I was going through my notes. What was it called? The Underlying Abyss? What was it called? I assume that's part of the Devil Pathway, right? Damn. Right? Dark Side of the... I was so out of it. Thank you. Dark Side, that's exactly what I meant. Wars Dark Side. Yeah, yes, Dark Side of the Universe. My bad. I assume Dark Side of the Universe would have been a card of the Abyss card, or is this something? Oh, hold on, wait. Rhetorical question. Wait, it might be different. A card of blasphemy. The Abyss card, one of Roselle's 22 cards of blasphemy. This most likely corresponded. Oh, it says it right here. This most likely. Well, it does correspond to the Devil Pathway. It's no wonder that the Desire Apostle was willing to sacrifice everything he had accumulated over the past 10 years just for this. In it lies a hope for him to become a high sequence beyonder. The reward is much valuable than the mission. However, it's unlikely that Rear Admiral Hurricane Quillingus would be attracted by such a reward unless the organization has another card of blasphemy or some other item. So it would be like the Seafarer one, right? Oh, so they have a few in their possessions. Dark Side of the Unicorn? No, the Universe. No, wait. If it's really the mysterious organization which Roselle joined, finding a few cards of blasphemy is quite normal. Even if they don't, they still possess the blasphemy slate. Clang was alarmed at first before asking confusion, why do they want Duke Negan dead? The spirit of the Desire Apostle thinned significantly again, and he said in a hollow voice, I don't know. All I did was consider taking the mission or not. Then have you heard anything? Clang pressed. The Desire Apostle remained in the same unperturbed state. I have heard that their purpose is the resurrection or awakening of the Creator. Ooh, that's hype. They interfere with the progress of history. Oh, hold up, we're getting hyped up. Hold up, we're getting hyped up again. They interfere with the progress of history, making it fit their needs in order to achieve their goals at a certain point in time. If their trends of times aren't as they expect, then they will try their best to reverse it. This sounds like the sisters from it sounds like the sisters from Dune. What are they called? Like with the thing with the Reverend Mother, where like they try and like make history, like they try and like plan everything out. If the trend of times aren't as they expect, then they will try their best to reverse it. Other than that, they just quietly watch from the sidelines, apathetic. Perhaps they wouldn't act or entrust something even once, every once. Oh my God, I can't read. Oh, I'm so out of it now. Even once every few decades or centuries. A secret organization in the true sense of the word, it consists with the results description of the powerful faction that secretly manipulates the world. It also seems related to the original creator. Seeing that the spirit body of the Desire Apostle was about to disappear, Klein quickly asked, what is the name of the organ? Oh shit, we're gonna get the name drop? Sorry, I know the music is a little low. Let me turn it up. What is the name, as I'm trying to find my place? Let me lower it down a bit. Let me just put it halfway. Let me find my place and we'll continue. Because your music always gets put way too high. No, actually, I do need to lower it a bit. I'm gonna keep it right here. Let me find my place. Oh, yeah, I called it. Skip the part. Okay, let me read from right here. What is the name of that organization? How can they be contacted? The Desire Apostle looked ahead emotionlessly, his figure quite disintegrated. Before he disappeared completely, he answered the question. They are called the Twilight Hermit Order? Yo, we got 41 people here, dude. Wait. So the secret organization is called the Twilight Hermit Order. All right. Hold up. I don't know why Hermit. So many watchers, dude. That's crazy. Thank you guys for joining, man. Hold up. I don't know why they're called the Hermit Order. I thought it was gonna have something to do with snakes, maybe Ouroboros. But I like Twilight Hermit Order because there was a lot of snake foreshadowings with like the kid, and that's currently being reborn as the new Megus, you know, the new Megus apostate or whatever. I thought it was gonna be like something snake, but you know what? We'll keep it going. Inside the house with a glass greenhouse, the thin secretary with the gold-rimmed glasses and white gloves say with a sullen face and a look of deep. I have so much deep grief right now. I relate so. I'm like the thin secretary, man. After like not seeing that fight go the way I thought it'd go. Yes. I was thinking of Will Ospton. Not Will Curry. I thought you said Steph Curry. The thin secretary with the gold-rimmed glasses and white gloves sat with a sullen face and a look of deep grief. That's what I felt, man, when that fight didn't happen. What's your name? What sequence are you? Which Beyonder pathway are you from? Decon Ikenser asked solemnly. The blonde secretary replied slowly in a deep voice. Lockhart Siacom. Sequence 5 of which Beyonder pathway I'm from. You can apply for the access of my records MI9. All right, Ikenser then asked, does the Duke come here at a fixed time every week? No, he doesn't like to work according to a schedule, especially after the assassination attempt by Collingus. Before today, no one knew that he would be here today, and I only heard about it in the morning at Parliament. Lockhart Sycam replied seriously. Ikenser thought and asked, if there's a spy amongst you, who do you think he is and who do you suspect? It has to be him. Lockhart thought about it for a few seconds, then he shook his head. Following that, Ikenser asked for details of the battle and got a rough idea of the process. He saw that Lockhart was pale and badly hurt, hence he politely rose to check on the rest of Duke's guards. After watching the deck on the machinery hive mind leave, Lockhart took a deep breath and trudged over to Duke Negan's corpse. The great noble was no longer naked like before, but the remnants of terror still remained on his face. After looking deeply... That's crazy, man. He died of fear. After looking deeply at Duke Negan's corpse, Lockhart murmured sadly, I'm sorry. Oh, so maybe he wasn't the spy. At this moment, with his back facing everyone, the corners of his mouth slightly curled up, he calmly added inwardly, this is the choice of times. Oh! He's part of the organization. Oh! I caught that. He's part of the secret hermit organization, right? This is the choice of times. They literally reveal that if things don't go according to them, they will recorrect it. There's been a lot of times. Oh my God. Wait. Time. I don't want to lose my train of thought. Roselle and Climb came within the same year, or like within the same period. They both transmigrated and arrived at different times. I think this hermit organization is part of it. Look at me. Gonna have to update lore channel. We are definitely gonna have to. Distraction. Look at me. It almost worked. I thought you were gonna say something else on Hinge. I think this Illuminati organization, hermit sect or whatever that has something with time. There's something going on with Roselle. Bro, it worked. There's something going on with Roselle. They have to be behind Roselle and Klein's transmigration. The second they start messing around with weird mystical runes and items, the LOTM reptilians controlling, literally, yeah. You remember how like a long time ago, like back in like early Facebook days, people were like, Mark Zuckerberg is a reptile. When they're like interrogating him, like, why does Facebook take all your data? People are like, he's a reptile. This Illuminati group is like the new reptiles. These are the reptiles of the LOTM world. Let's pause. Let's update. And let's keep reading. This is so hype. Oh, wait, before we update. This unironically got really hyped at the end, but for different fucking reasons, man. I thought we were gonna get a badass double team fight against the fucking Desire Apostle, but this is still hype, because we finally learned the true secret organization's name that has been active during Roselle's... They were active during Roselle's time. They were probably behind his assassination because he flew too close to the sun. You still didn't download the file I sent you? I'm sorry, I have it. And now they're probably going to be onto Klein. All right. Okay, now that's all I had to say. Okay, let's keep reading. Okay. I know, I'm sorry. I haven't downloaded Romero. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Just tell me where you found it. Just so I can look into it. I know it's probably safe to download. But I'm always over here, like, over-guessing. Trying to make sure like files are safe to download and whatnot. Hold up. Let's hit the next chapter. Is this crazy, unhinged, and sure red devil? Okay, hold up. Cook, that crazy, unhinged, and sure red devil. Let's keep reading. Gotta wake up, man. Oh man. Why is this chapter called Scapegoat? We're updated? We're good? All right, next chapter. Wow, it took us 20 minutes to read that chapter because I was so disappointed that they didn't fight. Man, you guys all fucking knew, huh? You guys all were really quiet all of a sudden. You guys were like egging me on in the beginning of the stream, like, yeah, man, get hyped up. How could you guys do this to me? Oh, man, let's keep reading. Chapter 428 is called The Scapegoat. Westboro 9 Hope Street, the Prime Minister's residence. Augusted Negan stood behind a large table and looked at the Earl Hall with a serious expression. Lord Hall, My secretary should have briefed you on what has happened. You're the first noble that I've thought of at this moment. The important member of the Conservative Party oh my God, one sec. I just drank G Fuel, and I'm like salivating. What? I don't clip what? Easy, just had a stroke. Hold up, man. Oh, I'm so bummed out we didn't get that fight, but it's gonna happen. What the F was that? No, I was trolling you guys. I couldn't pronounce it. Man, we haven't been doing it. I'm so frustrated that we didn't get that fucking fight. But I know season 2 is gonna have such a banger ass ending because you guys say it gets better and better. I ain't even mad that I goofed that pronunciation. It's chill. We're chill. Oh shit, I don't got boogers in my nose, right? We're good? Okay, we're good. Next level we're doing. Yeah, we truly hit new heights with that one. Let's read from here. Lord Hall, my secretary should have briefed you on what had just happened. You're the first noble that I thought of at this moment. The important member of the Conservative Party who was presently Prime Minister of the Cabinet, looked like he had aged considerably. His tall, thin figure leaned forward as if unable to bear the bad news, to the point of needing to prop himself up on the table with both hands. But his eyes were still sharp and his attitude calm. Earl Hall, who had a beautiful mustache, sighed and said, I'm sorry to hear this piece of news. It shocked me greatly. I was thinking of visiting His Grace in a few days to discuss the bill that we're all concerned about, but who would have known that he would be attacked? Having lost the handsome appearance of his youth due to his deep smile lines and fattening state of his body, he first expresses condolence, grief, and empathy. Then he restrained his emotions and said, His Grace is already dead. Compared to crying and being angry, we need to be more careful and calm. Only by doing this can we handle the aftermath and prevent this heavy steam train of the kingdom from derailing. This is also the reason when I came to you immediately, the other nobles would only call upon their gods trembling in fear and express how unacceptable this is. They will want the murderer to be severely punished and the mastermind found. From this point of view, even the Duke, who was heavily protected, could be assassinated. Then what about them? Prime Minister Augustus said in a heavy voice. It's a perfectly natural and understandable reaction, but it's not the reaction we need. Earl Hall nodded and asked, who's the murderer? Who was the motive? A devil who was disguised as a banker for more than a decade? That's crazy that he disguised himself for like 10 years, bro. A true devil. By the way, hold up. We're going to pronounce it right. Your Varvat Bank just acquired his business. We're going to get it right the first time. Agusid said, his tone unchanged. Patrick Jason, Earl Hall immediately remembered the man's name. He was the one who approved the acquisition of the bank. Without reprimanding him, Prime Minister Augustus thoughtfully said, he's a Sequence 5, but he suddenly sold his business, abandoning an identity which he used for more than a decade, and took an extreme risk in order to assassinate my brother. From this, his brother? What? Wait, one sec. He's a Sequence 5. Oh shit, I almost fucked up my recording. He's a Sequence 5, but he suddenly sold his business, abandoning an identity which he used for more than a decade, and took an extreme risk in order to assassinate. Oh my god, I'm so out of it right now. In order to assassinate my brother. From this, we can make a compelling guess that he was instigated by a person or some faction. Unfortunately, he was killed while escaping. Even his spirit body was taken away. According to reports from the Nighthawks, it was done by the hero bandit Dark Emperor. It involves an extremely secretive organization. We aren't able to find out anything in a short period of time, Earl Hart asked. Yes, the so-called hero bandit didn't leave any traces behind. We can only start with the people who had come into contact with Jason in the past few months. This will take a lot of time, and there may not be any results. Augustus gave an affirmative answer. Earl Hall took 2 steps forward and asked, what's his Majesty's attitude regarding this? Grief, but no specific thoughts, Augustus replied. Earl Hall frowned and said after some thought, in that case, the important thing isn't about who's the mastermind behind the scenes, but what goal they wish to achieve through this matter. If they want war, or to restart the conflict in the colonies, then we need to tell the masses that the one instigating Patrick Jason was facing Empire, and we would fabricate a detailed process and provide seemingly convincing evidence. In the past several centuries, this northern neighbor of ours has always played a similar role, and I think everyone is already used to it. I don't think there's any doubt that it's very, very normal for the barbarians to do this part of thing, and the masses will be afraid of them. Prime Minister Augustus curled up the corners of his lips without intending to smile, but we're making a series of changes that will take at least half of next year for us to stabilize before we have the ability to wage war. Earl Hall muttered to himself, then let's find a target that everyone will find acceptable. Hero Bandit Dark Emperor's two misters, and likewise for the secret organization behind him. If it's made public, just like it would definitely incur extreme panic. People are always afraid of the unknown. Yes, what about the Aurora Order? They assassinated that pervert from Intis a few months ago. It wouldn't surprise anyone if they do anything else. Their reputation is bad enough. Their situation has already been repeated by the papers numerous times, to the point of becoming a horror element of classic antagonists in many novels. Besides, it will effectively reduce the suspicions that others have on us. There will always be people that believe in the previous assassination was us commissioning the Aurora Order. Hold on, let me catch my breath. I'm like losing my voice a little bit. Do people search for strength that is already... Hold up. Let me drink more G Fuel. Let me kind of cough a little bit because my voice feels weird. Hold up. Nah, the Aurora Order slander. Hold up, man. You gotta pick and choose, Romero. Wait, no, I know why you're in cahoots. You're in cahoots too because of the true creator, huh? Hold up. Let me drink G Fuel and let me work on my voice. Get Wizzes Stee? I should get easy on my... On what? Oh no, he's dying. Praise the creator? No, we don't want to praise him for that. I pray to the true creator every day. A random Cthulhu dies somewhere. Newspaper headlines. Aurora Order. a random Chihuahua. It was the true creator all along. Where he at right now? Well, Leonard and Klein did not fight the Desire Apostle, Paul. I'll tell you that much. And I'm still pretty bummed out about that, but it's okay. That's not going to stop us from having a good stream. Username got some very... That came out kind of wrong, Cammy. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. That came out really wrong, but it's okay. I know what you meant. You guys probably meant like a tea remedy, right? Let's keep reading. The Aurora Order isn't a bad target. I think I skipped a line. Also, while we're fighting against the illegal terrorist organizations, let's clean up Backland. There are too many dangerous people hidden here. August answered tersely in agreement. The Aurora Order isn't a bad target. We shall first use them as a target when the next year comes and we're ready. And then we'll publish the results of our investigation, making an accusation that the one instigating the Aurora Order was the Phasic Empire. I believe that no one will care to defend a terrorist organization of the Northern Barbarians. Earl Hall was taken aback for a moment before saying, "This goes one step further than I thought." Without another word, August stood up and said, "I'm going to meet His Majesty now." Having said that, he looked at Earl Hall. "You have to be careful of your safety too. We still haven't figured out the motives of the people who assassinated my brother. The Church of the Lords of Storms has already agreed to place the Archbishop of Bakerland Diocese. Snake is always late at crucial moments." Wouldn't if he's always coincidentally late at crucial moments? He might be the spy. He was late when he ran into Klein. He was late during... He's been late not once, not twice, but 3 times. What did we learn in Volume 1 about coincidence? 1 is something, 2 is something, and 3, no. Something's planned. He was late to the Quillingus fight. He was late when he ran into Klein as a hero bandit, and he was coincidentally late again to Duke Negan's assassination. Reasonable development? I think so. I think he's in cahoots with this hermit Illuminati reptilian organization, man. I'm about to grab my tinfoil hat, dude. I'm like, he's in on it. He's in on it. He's definitely in on it. The believer... I lost my fucking place, man, saying that. I lost my place saying that out loud. Coincidence, the 3rd time he got tricked, wasn't he? We'll find out. That might be a coincidence too, Haley. I don't know. We don't know that yet, because they have a whistle, right? That he could... he had the conch. Did Duke Negan use the conch or not? Easy from the south? Yeah, my southern voice came out right there for a sec. Sorry about that, brothers and sisters. Sorry, my American voice came out. The believers of the storm are always irritable, irascible, stubborn, conceited, and easily maneuvered by others. Don't be prejudiced. Wow, I cannot read, bro. My brain just shut down. Man, that double whammy of not fighting the Dark Apostle really got me out of it today. I apologize. On his way to the... We're about to go find gold, guys. We're about to go find oil in Lord of Mysteries. If they haven't found oil, I'm gonna find the oil over there. Don't be prejudiced. For example, Lemony is very intelligent. Earl Hall let out a low laugh and then he tapped his chest 4 times. Thank you, the goddess will protect me. The Twilight Hermit Order sounds very imposing. Returning to the real world, Klein stood up and pressed the mechanical button for the toilet. He walked out of the bathroom amidst the sounds of running water and thought about the information he had just received from spirit channeling. He suspected the Twilight Hermit Order was the ancient organization with the second blasphemy state which Emperor Rizal had joined. To choose to have someone assassinate Duke Negan for the sake of the so-called historical process, just like Rizal, sounds a little absurd, but it also seems to make sense. Their goal is to revive or awaken the original creator. This is similar to the City of Silver's belief. Little Sun and company have never believed that the creator is dead. They can only accept that he had abandoned that piece of land and has been trying to get a response for him. Klein paced back and forth, letting his thoughts wander. After an unknown amount of time, he suddenly heard knocking on the door. It wasn't an attendant or maidservant from Quelling Club, but the bespectacled Carson, one of the Machinery Hive Mind members who Klein had seen before. How did you get in? Klein asked deliberately. When Carson saw that he was indeed in his room, he relaxed a little. Seeing that no one was around, he smiled. As a Beyonder, we often have all sorts of methods. He received news from Decon Iconser, learning that the Tsar Apostle's death, and came to confirm my situation. As for my performances, it was rather successful. My illusion of a living person wasn't exposed, and I successfully pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. Clyde's heart stirred and said, your expression tells me that there's good news. Yes, Patrick Jason Berea had been killed. You're safe and no longer need to be protected by us, Carl said honestly. Like, oh, it's over? Yeah, what a coincidence. Who killed him? I don't need protection anymore. Such feedback made Klein feel that the potion inside his body to seemingly accelerate its like. Such feedback made Klein feel the potion inside his body to seemingly accelerate its hold up, I almost can't read. Accelerates digestion. Shut up. Did he fully digest? No. No, it didn't say fully. Surprised and delighted, he asked, are you sure? Yes, Carson gave an affirmative answer. That's great, Klein said happily. Carson looked at him and complimented oh my god, I can't read. I'm so sorry. Not fully yet. Not yet. Your detective instincts and logical thinking have given up a great deal of help. The Decon wrote that after this matter's over, a reward will be given to you in secret probability about 1,000 pounds. Oh, so he can afford the characteristics. 1,000 pounds, not bad, very generous. However, if the bills in Jason's suitcase were of 5 or of 1 pound denominations, and even if his jewelry isn't too expensive, it should still add up to about 50,000 pounds, right? Madame Mary of the National Atmospheric Pollution Council is probably worth that much if one counts her shares in the coin company. Yes, Jason's compliance is luring Spellsinger of God away. Oh my god, I can't read. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yes, Jason's accomplice is learning Spellsinger of God away had probably taken some of the money. The remaining amount is probably around 20 to 30,000 pounds, but that's still nothing 1,000 pounds can compare with. What a pity. I can't think of it that way. Maybe Jason's compliance took all the wealth ahead of time. Klein felt a wave of disappointment and joy, and the reward for the Machinery Hive Mind was even more proof of the success of his performance during this period of time. It made him feel like he was only one step away from completely digesting the potion. This is something I should do. After all, the person being threatened is me. Klein smiled. He hasn't worried about the retaliation from Jason's accomplice because revenge was only a ruse. More importantly, he would be a Sequence 6 by then. Carson nudged his glasses and said thoughtfully, Sherlock, you're also a believer of the god. We hope to establish a good relationship with you. In the future, you can inform us whatever you encounter and gather. This is them developing me into an informant of the Machinery Hive Mind. Oh, just like he tried to make Dexter Guderian an informant, now he's being made... Oh, just now he's being made an informant. Literally, look how that parallels Volume 1. In Volume 1, he recruited an informant, and now he's being recruited as a reform. Oh my god. I'm so lost in thought today, but you know what I mean. This is them developing me into an informant of the Machinery Hive Mind. I have another channel for reimbursement. Klein drew a triangular-shaped sacred emblem on his chest. No problem. No longer being protected by the Machinery Hive Mind, Klein stayed at the Quelling Club until dinner. Then he slowly took a carriage back to 15 Mink Street. He opened the letterbox out of habit and saw a new letter with no postage stamps. The letter was from Detective Isengard Stanton, who left it after an afternoon visit had written. I heard from the machinery hive mind of the suggestion you offered. Your sharpness and the caution is truly astonishing. If you weren't already beyond there, then I would even believe that being a reader is the pathway that suits you best. You truly are the best young man at deduction that I've ever met. Klein stood in the living room reading Isengard's letter by the light of the gas lamp. This time, there was nothing new to the performance. It was done step by step and confirmed to the past performances. It didn't even have much effect, but there were enough people in the audience, and all of them were by my side, which allowed me to get my feedback directly. Klein held onto the letter as he reflected over the matter. He half closed his eyes and felt something inside his body rapidly disintegrating and... Shut up, he fully digested. I already know what's happening. He half closed his eyes and felt something... Dude, it's so hype. Yo, we're going faceless, dude. Oh, shit, this is so hype. Oh, shit. He half closed his eyes and felt something inside his body rapidly disintegrating and dissipating. Numerous illusionary stars around him seemed to appear, and he could only feel a very weak attraction from the repellent stars. Oh, this is so hype. On the last month of 1349, his magician potion was finally digested. This is so good. Oh, this is so bad though, man, because something is gonna happen at like that New Year's Eve party, bro. Like, because they've been setting up like, oh, like into the new year, and coincidentally, we're like rounding out the year to 1350. Just like how people had all those crazy theories when we were hitting the year 2000. Something's gonna happen when we hit the year 1350, but he's gonna be faceless and this is gonna be good, dude. Oh, this is so hype. Yo, he digested, bro. This is so hype. You guys almost got me. You guys were like, wait, like, hold, like, chill, easy. He almost digested. Not fully. He fully digested here. Oh, let's fucking go, dude. Oh, this is so hype. This is so fucking hype. All right, let's pause, update, let's fucking keep reading, dude. Oh, dude, I thought I was gonna be so bummed out this whole stream because Leonard and Klein didn't fight against the Desired Possible. We're hyped. We're fucking hyped. We're back, bro. We're fucking back. We're locked in, bro. Dude, we're actually going faceless. And it's actually kind of funny that Anime Wiz told me the chapter it's called Faceless. And I was just like, dude, wait. But it's still hype. We told you it was worth keeping on? Yeah, it was. It was. Wait, he guessed it? What did I guess? Wait, did you think when Anime Wiz guessed that Isengard was Eye of Wisdom and even guessed his path? Shut the fuck up. No, he didn't. What? How do you even speculate that? How did he even come up with that? Where were the hints? He did guess it. Where were the hints? I don't even remember what pathway Isengard is. Oh, I don't even remember. I actually already forgot. Wait, don't get mad at me. Hold up. Dunn Smith memory over here. Hey, dude, there's 45 of you guys here, man. I'm looking. It's so weird looking directly at the camera. Thank you. That is so cool. What, bruh? Yeah, LOL. What hints were there? What the fuck? There was a... Reader was a hint? Oh, wait. Oh, he's Reader. I'm like, what? Him reading was a hint? Like, him being a good detective and reading his notes? It's like, ah, yes, I have wisdom. Like, how the fuck did he deduce that? My man is a better Sherlock Moriarty, man. What the fuck? Both Isengard and Eye on Wisdom had a book with an eye on it? Shut the fuck up. No, he didn't. When we first met him, he was reading? Reader Detective wasn't revealed till much later, though. I love how Easy just finds out Wisdom's identity and then Wiz 100 chapters behind guesses it. It's no fucking way, dude. Hey, hold up. Yeah, I've guessed some stuff that I don't know what I guess. I don't want you guys to tell me. You know I've guessed some stuff that don't happen until chapter like 1000 plus. I know some of you guys have said I truly cooked and found and like discovered something and you never told me. And I called something in volume 1. He also guessed the exact... Wiz has guessed many other things too. Bro, that is fucking wild. Why is your name Amon? Hold up. What's going on here? Easy had guessed a lot of stuff too. Hey, you know what? All right. I'm actually kind of sad I never thought about that. That's crazy. Dude, wait, hold up. We need to hype Anime Wiz up so much when we get to chapter 427. Ain't no way I got this hyped up. And we got disappointed. But then it came back. So we need to hype up this man like no tomorrow. Be like, this is going to be the best volume in volume 2. And I'm going to do my due diligence. When I see he's in the 400s, like, hey, man, I'm not going to say it. But like from 420 to 430, like one of the best fights happened. Easy also gets sequence 0. I don't even remember. Was Beast Tamer, so yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, nowhere at once. I need to buy a monocle, man. That'd be fun. And be like, oh, what did you say? I'm like trying to read chat. All right, let's keep reading, dude. And also, by the way, the reason I'm kind of out of it right now, one is the G Fuel jitters, and also I had coffee before, you know, so I have like the caffeine jitters. And another is because I don't have glasses. My eyesight is a little blurry right now. So it's kind of hard to read right now. I'm low-key have to like squint my eyes. I don't know why, but I don't think he would be easy to fool. Client also guessed that he had a Beast Tamer for his sequence. I did guess that. I was like, oh, sequence 0 is going to be Beast Tamer. I just take soda. Yeah, soda. I'm trying to lay off like soda right now, man. I'm trying to cut. I'm trying to work on my health again, man. I don't want to get fat again. I can't go back, man. I was like over 200 back then, and I'm like, I'm trying to lay off the soda. So I'm just taking a G Fuel. 0 calories, but it has a lot of caffeine. And just coffee. All right, next chapter, 429. 0 stalling, because we got to lock in and we got to keep reading. Let me do my timestamp. 36 minutes. Whoo, dude, just like, we had fucking 45 people for a sec. Water is the way. That was hilarious. Shit, man, let's fucking keep reading. We folded him into thinking Leonard would be MC, though. You guys, and we need a full anime whiz into thinking Leonard and Klein are going to team up. Because that I need to be there for that stream. That shit's gonna be fucking funny. Coffee is the way? Yeah, but then I get coffee breath. So I only like drinking coffee in the morning and then like brush my teeth. Alright, let's keep reading. Let's fucking keep reading. Chapter 429. Now that we're getting hyped up again. It's called Various Parties. 10-hour stream today? Look, oh, hold up. I'm actually low-key pause the recording again. Pre-orders go live in about 3 hours for the Switch. So, in like 3 hours, I might do this. I might hit you guys with the I don't want to click on hold because I haven't hit the chapter yet. But I'll probably switch to this for a little bit. But we might take a little break. We might take a little break because I'm going to try and pre-order the Switch too. Because for some fucking reason, they're releasing Switch pre-orders tonight. And then at other places, they're releasing it tomorrow morning. And I'm like, bro, why can't we just do that one time here in America? Like, why you guys gotta do this to me? This is 1 in the morning for me. I am so sorry. I know, man. I am so sorry for all my European brothers and sisters, man. I really do apologize. I remember when I tried watching Trash Taste, they'd be fucking streaming like past midnight at my time. Like American time was bad. Badoon waiting screen on the right. Yeah, seeing people be camping some stores for pre-orders. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. No, I used to do that. I always used to go to midnight launches, man, for like Call of Duty games. Like, oh my god, you always go to like a local game store. Ah, those were the days, man. You don't see that. And look, back in my days, I waited out for like 4 or 5 hours for Black Ops 2, you know? And it was a beautiful day. This fucking little kid came out with his dad holding the care package crate. And I'm like, this fucking little shit got it good. And then, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was his fucking dad's. And he was just letting him hold it. No shit, man. I was so jealous. Go to sleep, Celestial Worthy. It's 3 a.m. Copyright? What's copyright? Copyright. What's copyright? Why is there no display of the chapter? So look, this is what I'm thinking. I'm easy gonna buy all the Switch despite the European. No, look, I think it's safe because there's so many other channels where they show the chapter on screen, but I'm gonna wait until June because in June, Yen Press is officially releasing the volume 1, like a physical volume of Lord of Mysteries, and I'm thinking if there's like actual copyright issues, they're going to strike channels down or like, I don't know, maybe put restrictions on channels that show the chapter on screen. So I'm gonna wait. If I don't see videos being restricted for people that have shown the chapters after like the physical release comes out for Lord of Mysteries, then I'm pretty sure it's safe to show the chapter. True? As the name goes hard. Easy, 200 IQ, easy with it. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting until the physical volumes come out for Lord of Mysteries. June 10, that's when it comes out. So I'm gonna probably wait until, you know what? No, to be safe, I'll probably wait until Anime Expo in July. It's like the first week of July, because Yen Press always has a booth. They're gonna want to sell physical volumes at Anime Expo, and they might restrict channels that show the chapter. So, because it's a business, they want them to buy them, right? But damn, you know what's crazy? If Yen Press has a giant Lord of Mysteries billboard, I'm gonna do my due diligence and bribe him like, hey man, can I keep that billboard? Like, you guys aren't gonna need it. Lord of Mysteries is gonna be so big and popular the following year, you're gonna get an even bigger cutout. You don't need it. Like, I'll take it off your guys' hands. Easy loses the Badunov stream. What do you think about Tibet anime? Man, I don't want to watch it. Oh wait, hold up. Sorry, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna mention Solo Leveling just once. LOTM audio book is fire. I should listen to it. When Solo Leveling was first getting a physical release, I tried so hard to keep the cardboard easy being a swindler. I tried keeping the cardboard cutout for Solo Leveling, dude. I spoke to every single person at that booth, and I eventually worked my way up to speaking to like the district employee that's in charge of marketing at Anime Expo, and I was like, hey man, like, you're probably annoyed of me because I've been bugging all your coworkers here for like the last 4 days, but I'm like, hey man, Soul Leveling's gonna blow up and you're gonna get an even bigger billboard cutout next year. Like, you guys do not need that, so I'll take it off your hands. And I'm gonna do the same shit for Lord of... Oh, hold up, Romero, I'm full circle. For Lord of Mysteries, when they get that when they get that billboard cutout for Klein and Lord of Mysteries, I'm gonna bribe them like, hey man, you guys don't need this billboard cutout for Lord of Mysteries. It's gonna be so big that you're gonna get a bigger cutout next year. I can take this one off your hands. So you might see me with a giant billboard cutout of Klein here. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm gonna bribe those Yen Press people. I'm like, you guys don't need it. That's me hoping they're gonna have one to promote Lord of Mysteries. But I'm gonna work my way up the hierarchy for their employees so I can take that Klein billboard cutout. Oh, Tim, gonna go crazy? I know, man. I'm excited. Dude, off stream, I was rewatching the season 3 trailer. I got a little emotional, man. I got so fucking hyped up. I have a Klein standee at my desk. Really? How the fuck did you guys get that? Swindled that? Oh, bro, I'm gonna be like fucking Lenavus. I'm gonna walk up like a swindler. You know how? Remember how Instant Will walked up at the end of Volume 1? You hear the taps? I'm gonna walk up and be like, hey, is that a Klein cutout? You don't need that. You're gonna have a bigger cardboard cutout next year. I'll take this one for you. Dude, thank you for subscribing, dude. Just steal it? No, I can't steal it. No. You know what's crazy? I did see people steal cardboard cutouts last year. Yeah, I think someone stole like a VTuber one. I'm like, that's fucking wild. I can't even do that because I feel like they would just ban me for life. Bro, gonna do the Zoolander walk? Yeah, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna do the little Zoolander walk. That's literally the Instant Will walk, bro. He was actually low-key doing the Instant Will, the Zoolander walk. All right, let's keep reading before I fucking hold you guys hostage and stall for like 20 minutes. Let's keep fucking reading. At least I stalled before we started the chapter. Sorry about that. Who would have still a Klein cardboard cutout though? Low-key? I'll do anything for Lord of Mysteries. No, I'm kidding. No, I wouldn't steal it. But I will bribe him. I will haggle my way until I can steal it. I will be the Lenavus that you guys need me to be to bring back that cardboard cutout. Okay, let's keep reading. After the huge tangent, chapter 429. Various parties. The street lamps at night illuminated the wet ground, which sent splashing by the occasional horse carriage that passed by. Backland was located in the middle of the kingdom, only dozens of kilometers from the Sonia Sea, and it rained frequently all year round. The highest temperature in July was only 28 degrees What is that in Fahrenheit, bro? 28 degrees Celsius. 80 degrees Fahrenheit? I'm gonna be a Sequence 7 Briber at AX. Just you wait and watch. And the lowest was around 2 degrees Celsius in the winter. 60 degrees? The weather seldom had a chance of dropping to 0 or lower, but it didn't stop people from feeling the cold ever. Even the northerns from Fasek, who were used to living in ice and snow, sometimes couldn't bear the humidity that penetrated through their clothing and flesh. Wow, I can read. We're getting a little too excited. You're gonna head out? Oh, have a good day, Mysterious. No, we'll see you in a bit. We'll see you in a bit, Misty. Klein stood behind the oriel window in a room which didn't have its fireplace lit. He looked at the tranquil swing outside and felt relaxed in his body, heart, and soul. As long as he gathered the ingredients and concocted the potion, he could immediately advance to Sequence 6 and become a Faceless. No way, dude. It's so fucking hard. The magician potion had only been completely digested. Wait, why didn't he hear the Hornicus Flagera again? Oh, no. It's when he consumes a new potion. My bad. The Desire Apostle was personally finished off by me and he failed to escape. The Aurora Order search the Fool's Believers is still going on in circles. Apart from Mr. Zick being pursued by an unknown faction and the problem of the potion ingredients, I'm temporarily not troubled by anything. Klein oh my god, I can't read. Klein leaned his body forward and took in a breath of air. He then looked at the fog that had condensed on the windows. The reason why he had risked his life to interpret the Desire Apostle was because he was afraid that the other party would have other plans and thus smoothly escape from the pursuit of the official Beyonders. At that time, he might be remembered for his crucial advice and be avenged afterwards. As a cold-blooded, a devil was unlikely to take a risk of avenging his comrades, but that didn't mean they wouldn't choose to vent their anger on someone who nearly caused their death. The operation was definitely necessary. Perhaps someone from the Twilight Hermit Order is somewhere receiving him. Once the Desire Apostle escapes, and with me not having any relevant information, perhaps I'll be prepared against a Sequence 5 believer that I will be pretty safe once I advance to Faceless. No shot, bro. Once he hits Faceless, he's going to be like ready to take on any mid-sequence Beyonder. Damn. Wait, what was that? 82 and 34? He didn't notice? Wait, what's this? What does that mean, Cammy? Only 1,000 chapters left? Sure. Dude, remind me in 2 chapters. That's so hype, dude. Let's go. Faceless is gonna be so fucking hype, dude. This is gonna be so hype. This operation was definitely necessary. Perhaps from the Twilight Hermit Order is somewhere receiving him. Once the Desire Apostle escapes and with me not having any relevant information, perhaps I'll be prepared against a Sequence 5. Believing that will be pretty safe once I advance to Faceless. But Desire Apostle might very well use the information provided by the Abyss card and the Twilight Hermit Order's help to advance to become a high sequence Beyonder. Oh, that'd be a kind of wild fight. Such a development is quite scary. If I think about it, one is required to inflict the finishing blow of justice. Klein reflected over of what happened this afternoon and summarized his experience and lessons. After enjoying the night scenery for a while, he returned to the sofa and sat down to think about his future plans. With the reward provided by the machinery hive mind, I'll be able to afford the mutated paternity glands and the blood of a 1,000-faced hunter. The deep-sea Naga's hair simply requires me to have money. Such an ingredient should be relatively easy to find on the sea. Oh, you're right. And hold up, for Sequence 5, for Nimblewright Master, he had to hear the... Wasn't there a mermaid? He needs to digest this potion. It was like the ritual. Like, you drink it plus the ritual. He had to, like, hear the singing of a mermaid, right? Right? Something like that, right? Yes, no? Who's Klein? Yeah, he needs to hear the mermaid. I was going through my notes, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I forget. You need to do a ritual at that point. Oh, it's gonna be so... Dude, he's gonna become a pirate, bro. My man is gonna become a pirate. You remember how I said, like, once he hits Faceless, he's gonna take a new career goal? Bro, we went Nighthawk, we went Detective. We're gonna be a pirate in Volume 3, bro. Holy shit, bro. We're gonna be reading... Why you guys didn't tell me we're gonna be reading One Piece in Volume 3? This is gonna be sick, dude. It's gonna be so hype. I lost my place. Sorry. After enjoying the night scenery for a while, he returned to the sofa and sat down to think about his future plans. With the reward provided by... I read this. I can get... Such an ingredient should be relatively easy to find on the sea. I can get Mr. Hangman to help. The only problem is a human-skinned shadow characteristic. And even if there is a clue, I don't have enough money. With this in mind, Klein couldn't help but give a self-deprecating chuckle. I'm not a person who particularly loves money. It's just a very average performance. When I was in Tinkin, I always encouraged Melissa to spend and urged her and Benson to hire a maid. I felt that no matter what, I should try to not treat myself too badly. And every time I did a covert operation, I always placed safety first and made sure to be careful so that I wouldn't be affected mentally because of the lure of wealth. However, in order to take revenge, I have to advance, and advancing requires me to buy expensive Beyonder ingredients. I can only accumulate every single penny and save whatever I can. He suddenly hunched his shoulders and felt that the coldness of the living room made a magician like him, who didn't have an excellent constitution, shudder. Therefore, he decided to take a shower. Whoa, careful. Hold up. What are we reading here? Therefore, he decided to take a shower, crawl into bed, and read in bed. There's only another 3 or 4 hours left before it's bedtime. There's no need to ignite the fireplace again. What a sigh. Klein got up and walked to the second floor. Under the steam cathedral, after Iconser finished reading all the recording statements, he picked up the coffee and took a sip. After a few seconds of silence, he pulled off the ancient silver mirror called the Rhodes. Carson took a glance at it and asked curiously, Decon, if I ask the Honorable Rhodes about the unsolved mathematical problem or a classical paradox, will it give me the correct answer? Or like, what is the meaning of life? It's like, oh yeah. Most of the time, it will directly reject you. If it thinks that you have ill intentions, it will even give you a lightning strike or make you suffer a curse that you will never want to face. Ikenser said with a sigh, it's a living sealed artifact with extremely high intelligence, not a rigged rule-abiding difference machine. When using it, it's best not to think about trying to find loopholes. Carson looked around at his teammates and kindly suggested, Decon, let me ask the question for you. I have nothing I need to hide. He straightened his back and assumed an open, honest posture. Ikenser smiled bitterly and said, there's no need. I already know what I need to know. I'm no longer afraid of similar questions, and occasionally the Honorable Rhodes will ask very profoundly questions. With your body's condition, the subsequent penalty won't be easy to bear. With that said, he clenched his fist before spreading his fingers apart and gently stroked the surface of the mirror thrice. In the subtle atmosphere, Ikenser asked in a deep voice, Honorable Rhodes, my question is, who or what faction instigated the desire posted to assassinate Duke Negan? No way it knows the answer. The silver mirror didn't show any changes for a while. Only after a long time did the surface produce an aqueous light, forming a scene that looked like an oil painting. It was playing where the sun was about to set. The vast fields was covered in faint golden afterglow. What does this mean? Carson and the other members of the machinery have mind looked at each other, unable to understand. Even though one of them was a beyond who had advanced from Mystery Prior and was no stranger at reading revelations. Twilight. Oh, Twilight Hour. Oh, Twilight Hour, right? Sunset or Golden Hour, right? The symbol of the end of life, a secret that Twilight, the symbol of the end of life. In Roselle's diary, he mentioned that the secret organization believes that everybody will eventually sleep and then like return to like the creator, right? Okay, Twilight Hermit Order. Yeah, okay, I get it. A sect that believes in death, or lunatics that believe in the apocalypse. Literally all of the above. A mystery prior said after some deliberation. Carson nodded in agreement. I think it's the latter. Ikenser ignored their discussion because a Rhodes question had already appeared. What color of underwear do you like best? Ikenser's face suddenly flushed red. Did he ask to mirror that question next time? Please use the translation I sent you. Every time I hear you say nimble right master, a part of my soul dies. Is it not nimble right master? Nimble no? Okay, I'm sorry. What color of underwear do you like? Ikenser suddenly flushed red and he felt as if smoke was rising from the top of his head. With great difficulty, he spat out a word, red. The room suddenly became unusually quiet and Carson and the others pretended to look towards the corner. Ikenser sat down wearily and scratched his fluffy hair, ready to ask the second question. Carson couldn't bear and said, Decon, let me try. Tried not to reach the punishment face. Ikenser finally nodded in agreement. Carson confidently mimicked the Decon's actions, gently stroking the surface of the silver mirror 3 times while the other members gathered again. Honorable Rhodes, my question is, who are the accompaniments of the Desire Apostle? The aqueous light stirred at the scene changed. It first presented a woman's back, one with an outstanding figure. Then there was a person who was extremely blurry and could barely be identified as a man based on his attire. Oh, when he pulled a human skin, right? Oh, string puller? You're right, because... Oh, you're right! You guys did tell me it was a translation error. What? Wait, how do I pronounce it? Let me pause the video. Well, let's pause the recording. Oh, okay, let me drink some G-Fuel and then let's try the pronunciation. No, don't worry, it's okay. No, I was giving Unhinged what he wanted. I got you, bro. Bro, he's trolling? No, I know. I was like, yeah, no, of course... I tried getting him back. Did it work? No. I was trying to get you back, bro. Was that believable? One would say I was acting. You can say puppeteer. Yeah, no. Okay, let's try the pronunciation once. Marionetist. Mario? King? Mario? Marionetist. Marionetist is more accurate. Bait used to be believable, Unhinged. I didn't say that. He said that. Okay, marionettist. Yeah, because the whole point of Rosalgo's all black eye was that like the black strings will like kind of like pull the body or like the spirit, right? Like marionettist, right? Kind of like that. Okay, awesome. We got it right. First try. There you go. Let's continue. Carson looked around and said he felt that he had no secrets and didn't need to care about the questions that followed. This time, the choices the roads offer was a question, a mission, or a penalty. Without any hesitation, Carson said question. Words that look like dripping blood quickly outlined the surface of the silver mirror. Do you relieve yourself daily? Words that look like dripping blood quickly outlined on the surface of the silver mirror. Do you relieve yourself daily with your hand? Relieve yourself daily with your hand. That's so gross. Carson's lip quivered and he felt his ears rapidly turn hot. No way. What? Although this was something he found very normal, giving an answer in front of so many teammates, and his superior still gave him the urge to bury his head in the ground. Yes. Yes. But he answered very... Wait, no, what do you mean? Like, when he goes number 1 or when he goes number 2? Wait, no, hold up. This is such an important question. Like, one or 2? Arrows requires audience. Best merit. Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Oh! Oh! When he's with a chicken. Oh, shit! What the fuck? I thought it meant, like, when it said relieve, I thought it meant, like, you know, when you go, like, you gotta use the stall, you know, like 1 or 2. I was like, what the fuck? Like, he catches it and then... Wait, what the fuck do you mean? When you... Of course you got... Like, what else would he be using? His feet? He socially died at that moment in front of his higher-ups, dude. I fucking love Erodes. Who said best mirror? This fucking mirror is so funny, dude. I fucking love this mirror. He's a homie, dude. Under Saint Samuel Cathedral. Oh, okay. We won. This read through has rekindled my passion. Not specifically because of the question, but we were so bummed out at the beginning. But we back. We have a new Rose follower. I think I'm a follower. I think I'm in. I like this mirror. Under Saint Samuel Cathedral, Dali with her blue eyeshadow tossed a stack of documents in front of Sol Azir Soist. All the information you want. All the what? All the information you want on the tarot card case. It's smaller than I thought. Soy said, slightly surprised. Daly snickered. Daly what? Dally. I thought like a snicker. Dally snickered. This is just an index. Upon seeing this, Leonard touched his lower lips with a palm red gloved right hand. Sorry, the mic. I think it kind of, sorry about that. Bro was happy. No, not because of that. Not because of that specifically. Because the stream started getting really hype and funny and comedic. So we're back. Captain Soist, why don't we do a thorough investigation on people who interacted with Jason Bria and compare it to the 2 previous cases? There might be clues to the organization that is symbolized by tarot cards. Duke Negan is the devout believer of the Lord of Storms, and he represents the interests of the Church of the Lord of Storms in the political sense. The mandated punchers will definitely be frantically searching for the real culprit, so we don't need to get involved. Otherwise, we'll easily be put at odds with them. Let's investigate the cases involving the tarot cards, and who knows, we might find new clues. Of course, we'll definitely end up running all over the place. But that doesn't part and parcel of the Red Glove's duty, Soist explained with a smile. Leonard nodded. I understand. And deep in his mind, the utterly voice hissed and laughed. The Nighthawks have missed it just like that. The person has a smell of the Dark Emperor. What? And deep in his mind, the elderly voice hissed and laughed. The Nighthawks have missed it just like that. The person had the smell of the Dark Emperor. The true emperor? Be careful in your hype. Not to say too much. Oh yeah, careful guys. Oh yeah. I don't know what was going on. It's the mirror. Inside the Holy Wind Cathedral, wearing a black bonnet, Spellsinger of God Ace snaked, swept his silver eyes and picked a mandated Punisher elite. Although I'm about to leave Backland, this is a decision of the Council of the Cardinals. You only have one mission after this, and that is to investigate the assassination of Duke Negan. After applying, all of you have the right to use a grade 1 sealed artifact. You must find out who is targeting us. Standing at the very front, a middle-aged man wearing a modified captain's hat immediately led the group. He clenched his fist and slightly tapped his chest. As you command, Your Eminence. He was lean and had no particularly outstanding feature, but there was an anchor tattoo on his neck. Ooh, this is gonna be a good fight. The parasite inside Lenard said he smelt. Yeah, he smelt it. Oh, it was the parasite that said that. I didn't realize who said it. Thank you, Romero. The card client was that one. Oh, okay. So the parasite. I didn't realize who whispered it. Okay, thank you, thank you. As you command. Let me put the volume up. As you command, your eminence. He was lean and had no particular outstanding feature, but there was an anchor tattoo on his neck. An Emperor's Borough, the opulent villa of Earl Hall. Audrey looked at Susie, who had opened the door herself, and said in a low voice, "What's farther than others talking about?" When she found out that Earl Hall had returned late and that his expression was unusually grave, she immediately sent Susie in to listen. Duke Negan was assassinated. Susie closed the door behind her and with her feet. Audrey froze, suspecting that she had misheard. Although she had already experienced an assassination attempt on Duke Negan, she had never thought this powerful noble would actually die. It's true, Susie gave an affirmative answer. Audrey, ooh, that's a little loud. Let me lower it a bit. Audrey instantly felt a little blank, finding it a little surreal. How could such a powerful noble, person of flesh and blood, capable of speaking and laughing, the Duke had given her a piece of land, die just like that? Suddenly, she felt the cruelty and coldness of the adult world. Who did it? Audrey asked subconsciously. A Sequence 5 devil. Sequence answered quickly. But he had already been silenced by the so-called hero bandit Dark Emperor. Audrey was stunned once again. How could it be the hero bandit Dark Emperor? How could it be Mr. Fool's Adore? He helped me resolve the problem of Duke Negan's previous assassination. This is a complete contradiction. Audrey immediately told Susie to eavesdrop again while she locked the door behind her and sat at the edge of her bed, praying to Mr. Fool. And she had finished reciting his honorific name and had described the assassination of Duke Negan. She asked with great trust, "Was your adorer present there?" After a while, she saw an endless gray fog and heard the voice of the fool. Yes, he's looking for the organization that directed the Desire Apostle. As expected, it wasn't arranged by Mr. Fool. Was the reason why he had his adorer stop calling us last time also because of that organization that's pulling the strings behind the scene? Audrey relaxed and asked curiously, "What organization is that?" For it to gain your attention, a second later, she heard the fool reply in an unperturbed manner, "Twilight Hermit Order." Yo, man, not Roselle. Audrey be asking too many questions now. Hold up. No. There's nothing to suspect. No. There's nothing to suspect. She's a good person. I'm like, no, never mind. No, she's just a very curious individual. My bad. I'm like trying to like analyze her, like maybe she's in on something that we don't know about yet. But no, she's just very curious by no, she's not. Like she's secretly with the Hermit Order, bro. Like no, that's not it. She's just really interested in the world of Beyonders and mysticism. BTZ, it's getting to me. I'm getting a little scared. There's so much talks about like what a traitor could be, and if there's ever a freaking traitor in the Terror Club, I'll be so mad, bro. This volume has talked about a lot of things. It's talked about the Antigonus family, the Traveler. We're getting lore dumps on like these true gods. Now we're getting the Hermit, and like there's a lot. There's a lot foreshadowing that I've clearly missed. But there's one thing that's gonna get mad if it happens. If we get a traitor, we're gonna get mad. We're gonna get pretty mad. We're gonna get pretty heated. But bro is suspecting everyone left and right. I'm like, I'm gonna have my tinfoil hat whenever we're reading now, man. That'd be funny. All right, let's pause, update, and let's keep reading, dude. Let's fucking keep reading. This shit's getting good. We're at fucking 4:30. Holy shit. We hit another milestone. Woo, which is good. 55 minutes. Damn, man, almost took us an hour to read how many fucking chapters? It almost took us an hour reading fucking 3 chapters. I'm sorry, guys. Holy shit, man. We got a little too hyped today. Oh, we got a little too disappointed, but then we got a little too hyped. So I apologize if that felt like stalling. I'm really not, I swear to God, I'm really not trying to stall. I prayed to the full. Bullseye be drinking that unhinged potion? Wow. 1,000 fucking chapters to go. Holy shit, that is crazy. We're like a third done. That is wild. Chill out. Not everyone is part of the Twilight Hermit Order. I know, Nagito. But like maybe that's what they want you to think, bro. Like you gotta think about it, bro. Like maybe they want you to think it's only like one person, when in like actuality there's been some person foreshadowed since like volume 1, and like we never knew. Gotta keep my guard up, bro. We're 43. You're putting really good number to those last stream, dude. I know, man. Thank you guys. That's so wild. The later volumes are much shorter. I hear they're shorter because like if there's only like 1,000 chapters left and there's like 6 volumes, they have to be shorter. But Much Peak, how high can this ceiling go, bro? All right, let's fucking keep reading. Thank you guys. There's like over 40 of you guys here. Dude, I'm telling this is amazing. It's such a beautiful feeling that there's like this many of you guys like interested in me reading this. I know there's not a lot of people that read it, so I'm pretty sure if there was someone that was more literate than me reading this, you'd probably watch it. But thank you guys. Below is playing 40 chess with playing 60 chess, brother. One volume is like 40 chapters. Oh shit, hell fucking yeah. See, then I will be able to say I read a chapter in like I read a volume in like 1 or 2 days. All right, let's keep reading. Chapter 430, a brand new day and a brand new chapter. Twilight Hermit Order. What kind of organization is this? Why haven't I heard of it? When Mr. Hangman was filling me in on a general knowledge of the various factions, he didn't even mention anything about this. Audrey was both surprised and confused. As the gray fog faded away, Mr. Fool, aloof figured, had vanished. Her eyes darted around and she quickly made a guess. This organization was known as the Twilight Hermit Order. It sounded even more powerful and mysterious than the other underground parish, such as the Aurora Order and the Life School of Thought. I don't know. The word hermit doesn't really give off the feeling of powerful, you know, like the word hermit. But I might be wrong. Like, I think of the word hermit and I think of like an old wise sage, you know, from like a comic book or like from a movie, like, the hermit, you know. I think of the old dude from Kung Fu Panda when I think of the word hermit. Yes, hermit was always weird to me. I'm thinking of the old turtle from Kung Fu Panda, like, it is your turn, Kung Fu. You are the next Kung Fu Panda. That's what I think when I think hermit, but we'll see. We'll see. Wait, I don't know if you breaking that down so is a spoiler. Hold up, I'll read it right now. Just in case. Hell yeah, old guy aura. Yeah, this organization is giving old guy aura, but they have been around for like thousands of years. You know that there's a hermit tarot card, right? Yes, no. Yes, it has been mentioned. Bro, the turtle was you're right. That turtle was actually the most powerful dude in all of Kung Fu Panda. I will give you that. So maybe they are old, wise, and badass. Okay, you're right. All right, I'm gonna walk back on the word hermit. It does imply powerful. Yes, based off Kung Fu Panda and other series I've read. Okay, yes. Okay, I will believe you. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna walk back on the not being powerful. Yes, I'm gonna walk back. Let me find my place. This organization, known as the Twilight Hermit Order, sounds even more powerful and mysterious than the other underground powers, such as the Aurora Order and the Life School of Thought. It's so unknown that even the knowledgeable and experienced Mr. Hangman, who's closely related to the Church of Lord of Storms, doesn't even know of its existence. And their plot was directed at a powerful noble in the kingdom, one of the most powerful people in the world. They might be the observers hidden in the deepest depths of the Beyonders world, the true controllers, the reptilians. They influence the situation of the northern and southern continents, so it's no wonder that they would be noticed by Mr. Fool. The last time Mr. Hangman successfully got his adorer to help wasn't because they promised the promised reward was sufficiently high, but because Mr. Fool himself was targeting Twilight Hermit Order. Dude, I need my glasses, man. I need new glasses. It's getting hard to read. This organization is as mysterious as our tarot club. Audrey, for some inexplicable reason, became a little excited, and this diluted the impact Duke Negan's assassination had on her. There definitely aren't a lot of Beyonders who know their existence of the Twilight Hermit Order, and I'm one of them, and we, the tarot club, are targeting them. Audrey stood up and walked to the full body mirror in front of her. She raised her chin slightly, showing an abnormality beautiful angle. Staring at the girl in the mirror, Audrey slowly calmed down. This was the first time she felt it was impressive that she quickly raised her sequence. Even Duke Negan, a Beyonder under tremendous amounts of protection, can be assassinated, let alone Father, who's just an ordinary person. Although based on the family vault situation, there are definitely many Beyonders in the family, and the Church of the Goddess will also provide additional protection. However, this doesn't ease my heart. Duke Negan's guards aren't any weaker than we have. All the best, Audrey got to sequence 7 as soon as possible, then sequence 6, and then hide in the darkness. I'll be my father, mother, and brother's last line of defense. I'm not liking this setup, man. No, I'm not liking this foreshadowing, dude. I'll be my father's, my mother's, and my brother's last line of defense. No. Remember when freaking Dunn Smith in Volume 1, like, who knows, like after Keenan's death, like, who knows, maybe I'll be next, and then he was next. I don't like this. And then no, I don't like that. No. I'm getting too Emotional because she has sussy. She has sussy. I'm getting too emotional. I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking. No. No. Let's keep reading. Oh wait, I'll read all your guys' messages right now. I got you. I'm sorry if I'm falling behind. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me drink some G-Fuel and let's keep reading. Audrey is inspired by Hermione. Oh really? She's inspired by Hermione? I guess she has like the same mind as Hermione, right? Like she's always interested and fascinated in everything. Yeah. What actually? So ominous? I don't know what Celestial said. It's okay. I don't think you were spoiling on Hinge. You know, there's a hermitary. I don't think that was spoiling. Fuck me. No, you're not spoiling. No, it's okay. We're good. We're good. Maybe Celestial was trying to get you back, Nagado. Maybe he was trolling you. No, it's okay. No, we're good. We're chill. It's all good. All right, let's keep reading. The capital of the Roasted Archipelago, the city of generosity. I do not know where that lies. The Blue Avenger is the boat, right? The Blue Avenger was once again passing by moored at the port, giving sailors a chance to indulge and vent. Alger Wilson changed into a robe embroidered with a... Wait, no, that's his boat. Alger Wilson changed into a robe embroidered with the storm patterns and went to the largest cathedral on the archipelago, the Cathedral of Waves. It was classical in style and it mostly used stone pillars and arch structures, and it had a towering dome and 2 clock towers. In the early days of the colonization, the pioneers often had no time to build a cathedral, which brought about various consequences for them. Surrounded by tribes, jungles, and ancient buildings, they would often die mysteriously in the great numbers for no reason at all, even after they had conquered the region. The situation which had caused a great panic gradually deteriorated after the cathedrals of the various churches were built, becoming something that happened only once in a while. Standing in front of the cathedral, Alger was in no hurry to enter. Instead, he looked through the narrow windows at the dark and mysterious atmosphere and the warm candlelight that illuminated the activity area. A few seconds later, he entered the grand prayer hall, clenched his right fist, and struck his left chest. He turned to the bishop facing him and said, "May the storm be with you, may the storm be with you." The bishop responded in the same way. Without waiting for Alger to speak, the bishop of the Cathedral of Waves took out a telegram. "You're just in time." For what? The Council of the Cardinals had issued orders. Read it before praying. What orders? Alger asked casually as he reached out to take a look. The bishop's expression was grave as he said Duke Negan had been assassinated. The Council of the Cardinals had ordered all mandated punishers and priests to pay attention to anything regarding the hero-banded Dark Emperor, as well as all matters related to the Tarot ritual. Alger's like, shit. Damn. Like, if only you guys knew. Hero-banded Dark Emperor, Alger perfectly expressed his surprise. He already knew that the hero Dark Emperor was Mr. Fool's adorer. The bishop said with a serious nod, "The assassination of Duke Negan is a Sequence 5 devil, but while escaping, he was killed by a hero-banded Dark Emperor. It is the same outcome as Rear Admiral Hurricane Quillingus, who failed to assassinate the Duke. Not only are the superficial circumstances the same, but even the core issues are the same. It was also Mr. Fool's adorer who killed Quillingus, another adorer. Was Mr. Fool the only one who really wanted Duke Negan dead? No, if it really was him, he would have warned Quillingus last time to be careful of misjustice, so as to not wait, let me read that again. Was Mr. Fool the one who really wanted Duke Negan dead? No. If it were really him, then he would have warned Quillingus last time to be careful of misjustice, so as to not expose his identity on the spot. Mr. Fool is paying attention to the truth behind the assassination and the real murderer." Okay, see, at least Alger knew that. Who could it be, or which organization would receive so much attention from Mr. Fool? So now he's suspecting, like, what's the real organization? Audrey. Audrey. I don't know why I mixed them up. Alger instantly thought of many things and made a preliminary judgment. He looked down at the telegram and saw that the church has set up a special investigation team for the assassination of Duke Negan. Every member was an elite of the mandated punishers. Should I apply to join so as to have a grasp of their actions at any time? Alger hesitated for a moment. In the end, he decided to follow his original plan and keep a low profile. With a brand new day and a brand new chapter. Klein slept. Oh, that's what the chapter was called, right? Brand new day? Something's gonna happen. Dude, these characters are so much... Dude, I would like... On the Fool, I would never be able to, like, deduce anything these characters are speculating. I mean, I cooked some good theories here and there, apparently, but I don't know if I'd be able to be like this smart on the spot and kind of like figure out what's happening. But with a brand new day as a chapter title, something crazy is going to happen. Klein slept until he woke up naturally. Then he slowly got up, washed his face, and went downstairs. He wasn't in a hurry to prepare breakfast. Instead, he habitually opened the door, bathed in the fog, and took out today's newspapers from the letterbox. What is it? Suddenly, he noticed that there was a thick envelope stuffed inside the newspaper. It wasn't light at all. Squeezing the surface, Klein's mind flashed with a faint fragrance of the banknote ink. His spiritual intuition told him that there was a lot of cash inside. What? Carefully, he opened it and pulled out a stack of money. After counting the money, he confirmed that there was a total of 1,000 pounds. It was the reward money from the machinery hive mind. Is there a way of secretly handing me the money? How can they be so certain this is fine? Leaving it in my mailbox just like that. What happens if it's stolen? The delighted client couldn't help but grumble. With this money, without the machinery hive mind protecting him in secret, he could go to the vampire Emlyn White to complete the previous transaction. Oh, bro. We're hitting faceless this stream, right? Okay. You will die punished by the goddess thinking that she was going to be tamed. I still believe in some way, shape, or form Klein is going to tame her and every orthodox god for whatever endgame ultimatum he has. Even though Sequence Zero ain't Beast Tamer, we know they can. We know at Sequence 5 they're like technically puppeteers. So that's all I'm saying. I don't mean it in that way, Abby. I mean it in, I don't know, blasphemy. Taming person is great. Maybe like we know Sequence 5 is like a puppeteer. Yes, maybe. Good or bad. Like, for all we know, maybe she already lost control and the church is hiding the fact that she's okay and she's a god, right? Didn't we learn in the catacombs that all the depicted drawings during the fourth epoch represents a devil? But like, no, it represents like an evil god, but like it was depicting Evernight and like all the other ones. So for all we know, all these orthodox gods are already mad and Klein has to quote unquote tame them. Yeah, bro is burning the kitchen with, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm really hyped up to see like how like biblical these fights are gonna get, bro. Like, we know, like, when you hit Sequence 0, oh dude, it's gonna be wild, bro. I didn't read whatever Soul said just in case. If they were mad when they have this, I don't know, man. We know during Amon, I like that you're making me think. We know that during the fourth epoch they were able to come and go as they please, right? They said that they were always able to descend, and for whatever reason they can't descend anymore. We don't know why. There's probably something going on with like the Red Moon or like the door. We'll find out. Or like the Hermit Order. We'll find out. I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's keep reading. But you know, it's always fun chatting with you guys or speculating. You know, I'm telling you, that's half the fun. After breakfast, Klein immediately put on his coat and hat. He held his cane and stuffed the newspaper in his arm and went out. On his way to the carriage stop, he saw his landlord, Miss Stelline Samir, directing the maid to load the suitcase into the carriage in front of the door. Good morning, Mr. Samir. Klein smiled and greeted... Oh, wait. Good morning, Miss Samir. Klein smiled and greeted him. Stelline smiled modestly and returned to the greeting. She seemed to have recovered mentally. Who knows what happened to her? Klein curiously asked, where are you going? Oh, ain't no way. We're going to hit New Year's at the end of this volume. Oh, it's going to be a party. It's almost New Year's. It's almost the ending of volume 2, dude. Something's going to happen on New Year's. It's almost New Year's. Mary gave Luke some time off in advance. We're going to Desi Bay to usher in the new era. Bro, that's a little on the nose, Cuttlefish. Usher in the new era. Stelline said proactively. Sai, we've been to a few of these cities there, including the famous coastal town. This time we're preparing to go to the Fane and Potter. I've heard the scenery in the Sevlin city is quite good. Klein replied in jest. How enviable? What about you, Detective Moriarty? Where do you plan on spending the New Year? Stelline asked with a smile. I'm probably staying here. All right, I have to prepare some tools to repair the wall which Stuart had previously shot a hole in. Klein smirked and said, back to Mid-Seashire where the winter smells different. The smile on Stelline's face became even more obvious. I hope to meet you at Desi Bay in the future near New Year's Eve celebration. South of the bridge, South of the bridge, Rose Street Harvest Church. Upon seeing Detective Sherlock Moriarty and the the black tweed coat. Emlyn White, who was carefully wiping the candle stand, smiled. He combed his hair, walked over with his head held on high, and said in a low voice, "There's information on Jason Brias. A Sanguins know him. Oh my god, I can't read. I have his information as well." Klein smiled as he handed the newspaper over. The headline reads, "Yesterday, His Grace the Duke Negan assassinated. A true devil plundered the land." Beneath the title was a detailed description of the assassination yesterday, and it revealed that the murderer was a banker named Patrick Jason who was killed on the spot, and the terrorist organization, the Aurora Order, claimed responsibility. They're blaming everything on them. The Aurora Order claimed responsibility. When he saw the news earlier, Klein, who was having his breakfast, almost spewed out his milk in his mouth. At first, he imagined that the Aurora Order's Mr. A was brain damaged to take responsibility for this matter. However, after thinking about it carefully, he felt that it was most likely a cover-up used by the officials. If the Twilight Hermit Order is really the ancient organization which Emperor Roselle joined, then they would be extremely hostile towards the Aurora Order. After all, they hate the true creator. This thought suddenly flashed through Klein's mind. Emlyn looked blankly at the newspaper again and asked before asking in disbelief, "Does this mean the information I got is useless?" In theory, Klein gave the vampire gentle a sympathetic look. However, the official organizations are still investigating the masterminds behind Jason Bria. If your information points in the right direction, it should be of worth. As for Klein himself, he obviously didn't want to get involved in this matter anymore. No, he only knew Jason Bria as some of his hobbies. Emlyn sighed. Seeing his reaction, Klein asked in amusement, "Don't you usually read newspapers? How did you only learn of such important matters until now?" Emlyn gave him an odd glance. "Why should I read the newspapers? I'm very busy. Busy cleaning the Harvest Church, busy spending time with those dolls you have at home, and busy thinking of ways to trick people into giving you blood to drink. You really are a new age vampire." Klein opened his mouth but used his clown powers to suppress the laughter he was about to let out. He didn't tease Emlyn White and said seriously, "I've already gathered enough money for those 2 ingredients. When can you give them to me?" He's like, "I have them right here." All right, let's keep reading. It'd be funny if he already has them on him. He's like, "I knew you were gonna buy them today." All right, let's update. Let's fucking update. Let's keep reading, bro. Timestamps are up to date, right? We're good? We're good? Yeah, 431. All right, busy playing with his dolls. My homies from the Aurora Order catching strays. They're gonna keep catching strays, dude. They're gonna keep catching strays until they all get taken out, bro. 1 hour, 11 minutes, 23 seconds. Man, this pulled up my keyboard. No need to remind you to update. Nice. We got it. We remembered. We're remembering today. A drowning man? Why is it called that? Damn, I think this is the longest title so far. A drowning man shouldn't desperately clutch at straws. You want them to take me out? So you admit you're in cahoots with them, right? I'm kidding. Let's keep reading. I wonder what happened to that Twitch chatter. He dropped a very important question and then never responded back. Okay, let me swallow my saliva. Woo! I got a little too excited about my place. I'm gonna lower the music down a smidge more on my end, and then I'll raise it for you guys. Bear with me. Okay, I think we're good. Are you an oracle or an saint? I don't know, man. I am a high-ranking member. When we'll say I am. Oh, no, I was gonna say I am a bishop. Let's keep reading. I am an angel of the true creator. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Chapter 431. A drowning man shouldn't desperately clutch at straws. Upon hearing Klein's question, Emlyn White jumped in fright as he carefully sized him up and said, "You're richer than I thought." He had imagined that Sherlock Moriarty would at least take a week to raise 2,450 pounds. "I've been saving up for a long time," Klein said in response. Emlyn nodded thoughtfully. It's so lucrative being a private detective. This is just an identity that makes things convenient. If you don't encounter a huge bounty, it'll be 200 or 300 pounds a year. Klein said frankly. Emlyn glanced at him and asked casually, "So what do you actually do? Smuggling arms, stealing from the vaults of the rich and powerful. For below sequence 7, there's not much that can be done to save up more than 2,000 pounds so quickly, and most of them are gray areas that are borders on breaking the laws. You, a vampire, talking to me about breaking the law, it seems like you're rather eager to make some quick money." Klein smiled. "Accept some relatively dangerous missions. If you aren't afraid of death, you can try." Emlyn shut his mouth, and only after a long time did he say, "Come and find me in the evening. I'll take you to the seller's place." What an obedient vampire. Klein was about to agree, but he suddenly found it unsafe. What if the seller gets thoughts from seeing all the money? What if he doesn't have the corresponding beyond ingredients and is trying to fool me to commit a robbery? Emlyn White can be trusted, but not necessarily the seller he's introducing. I have to find an excuse to perform a divination above the gray fog to confirm the degree of danger. Yes, there's no need for it to be so complicated. There's a better way. After some thought, Klein turned his head to look at Emlyn. No, go by yourself. I'll give you 1,000 pounds of deposit, and you'll bring me 2 ingredients to the Harvest Church. After confirming it, I'll pay the remaining balance. I believe the seller will accept this method. This will show the credit of a noble sanguine. Upon being flattered, Emlyn unconsciously lifted his chin. There's no problem with this way of trading. Saying that, he let out a laugh. Are you afraid that the other party will not keep their word? Are you more unease in the Harvest Church? Of course, anyone would feel safe when they see a Mother Earth Adora by the side who is over 2.2 meters tall and has exceptionally firm muscles. Klein smirked and pointed at Father Wachowski. People who can deal with him wouldn't mind 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. Emlyn's face darkened and he snorted. Aren't you worried that I'll steal the 1,000-pound deposit? Klein casually looked straight ahead. Why should I be worried? You will come back here every day, making it easy to find you. And a living creature like a vampire will sell more than 1,000 pounds. Emlyn, who had been hit in a sore spot, muttered in exasperation, Sanguine. Do you understand? Sanguine. Also, don't call me a creature. Klein chuckled and didn't say anything as he waited for Emlyn to calm down. We'll do it the way you requested. Finally, Emlyn reached out and rubbed his temples. Klein immediately took out the envelope he had received the morning and had handed it to him along with a thick stack of cash worth 1,000 pounds. See you here at 8 tonight. After counting the bills and after confirming that there was no mistake, Emlyn warily stole a glance at Father Wachowski and said in a low voice, Mr. Private Detective, with you being in contact with a lot of intelligence and news, have you heard of an evil god known as the Fool? Evil? Evil? What? You F inwardly? Klein nearly threw out a he was like, you fuck? What was he trying to say? You F ... inwardly. Klein nearly threw out a profanity. You think like, fuck, like, where the fuck did you get evil from? He answered with the most normal expression. Many people are searching for believers of the Fool recently. Are you planning on joining their ranks to obtain the relevant bounty? Emlyn sat and said, no, I'm only considering whether I should ask this evil god or the evil soul to help me dispel the psychological hue. As you know, the rumors going around includes his specific honorific name. As long as it's converted into Hermes or ancient Hermes, it's possible to get a response. What do you know about him? How much harm will he bring to his believers? Will he forcibly change his believers' views? Although it points to me, I still have to say, my dear vampire friend, you are like a drowning man desperately clutching at claws. Feeling mixed emotions, Klein said, the Fool is very mysterious. Up to this day, apart from the news you already know, no one knows of his detailed situation. For example, how vast his clergy is or what sort of corresponding prayer rituals there are. I mean, this guy is glazing himself. What puzzles me is that you aren't considering the two of your sanguine ancestors, the ancient goddess Lilith. As long as the ritual is correct and the offering is appropriate, she will help you dispel the psychological cue. Emlyn leaned back slightly and stared straight ahead, saying nothing for several seconds. He seemed to instantly become sullen. After a brief moment of silence, he said in a low voice, before the cataclysm. We're getting lore? I'm actually not sure how long we're going to be streaming, Cammy. Not even going to lie. I'm going to try and pre-order the Switch in like 3 hours. So I think I'm free until then. We might take a little break in between, but I think we're good for now. Before the cataclysm, the ancestor had already rarely responded to prayers. Only certain special circumstances allows us to get her help. This does not include the removal of psychological hue. In the Legends of the City of Silver, the ancient goddess Lilith, who represented the moon, had already had her authority taken back by the awakened creator, or perhaps she had fallen in some battles among the gods earlier on. Then who is the one occasionally responding to the sanguine's pleas, the primordial moon? Oh, Klein deliberately pressed. Then there's still the primordial moon to pray to. Many underground beyonders had rituals to borrow his power. Okay, his power. Okay. So, theory crafting. We learned. Oh my god! For Hornicus Flagera, no. What was the Mad Wolf? Easy looks locked in. What was the wolf? Oh my god! What was it? From the ancient deities, the ancient gods. Oh my god! The wolf. The wolf to the moon, right? The Thickens plot. Yes. So I don't know if they're believing in that Flagera, the Flagera creature, demonic wolf Flagera. Thank you. I'm assuming the primordial moon would be the demonic wolf Flagera. The plot chickens indeed, man. Ooh, and then this song plays as it chickens. I made myself laugh. I'm so out of it today. the plot chickens. The primordial moon. Klein, oh shit, I lost my place, man. Klein deliberately pressed, then there's still the primordial moon to pray to. Many underground beyonders have rituals that borrow his power. This mainly refraining to the shaman king and the corresponding biological creatures Klein added inwardly. Emblin's lips quivered, but he didn't speak as there was an indescribable fear on his face. After a long time, he solemnly said, I suspect that the primordial moon was impersonated by some evil god or a what? What do you mean impersonated? I suspect that the primordial moon was impersonated by some evil god or a high-level devil. People who pray to him mostly experience change, turning cruel, crazy, and even filled with desire. And the remaining ones, with the sanguine mainly, there's a higher chance of them losing control and becoming true monsters. Okay, that sounds scary. There was once a powerful sanguine that tried to pray due to some danger, but she ended up turning into nothing but a hunk of meat that only knows to mate and reproduce? What? But she ended up turning into nothing but a hunk of meat that only knows to mate and reproduce. She, together with the bulls, rams, stallions, mice, and even plants and rocks, gave birth to one strange descendant after another. Each one of them developed their own monster species. Thankfully, she was quickly eliminated along with her descendants. That primordial moon is that dangerous. There's no mention of it in the books of secrets. Had Shaman King Claremon's thoughts been corrupted? Fortunately, I only referenced modified and prayed to myself. Klein's heart raced in fright as a result of Emlyn White's description. This made him accurately realize that the hidden existences other than the 7 deities were indeed not that trustworthy. Except me, he sighed. This is wild. At that moment, Emlyn smiled bitterly and said, if the negative effects brought by the fool isn't that great, praying to him might be something to consider. The only effect is that you will pay a certain amount of money for it. In order to maintain his image, Klein could only pay Emlyn a pat on the shoulder and draw a triangular sacred emblem on his chest. It's very dangerous to pray to a hidden existence that you don't know about. If you're considering that, you might as well choose a faith out of the 7 deities you prefer. They won't affect your daily life and won't make you abandon your dolls. If there's really no other way, Emlyn suddenly found himself calmer than he had expected. Klein didn't linger on. He pushed his way into the aisle and walked out of the Harvest Church. Looking out at the misty sky, he began to think about what to do next. There's no doubt that his current focus was on saving money and finding ingredients. Little Sun's sights needs to stabilize. I'll put the volume up. Little Sun's sight needs to stabilize a little more to prevent him from being suspected again. I'll use the method of writing a rampager's mental corruption as a promised payment. The deep sea Naga's hair can be entrusted to Mr. Hangman. I'll have to rely on myself for the human skin shadows characteristic. There hasn't been any relevant information from Emlyn White and I have with Mr. Stanton over a month ago. I think I skipped a line. I'm sorry. I think I skipped something. Yes, it's been quite a long time. It's likely that the high sequence beyonders of the Rose School of Thought isn't monitoring the Braveheart's bar that closely. I'll go visit in the evening to see if I can contact Miss Sharon and Merrick. Klein quickly had an idea. In order to go to the Braveheart's bar, he had to first go to Eastboro and change his worker's clothes into the 1-bedroom apartment he also rented out on Black Palm Street. And he thought of this. He walked towards a carriage stop on the opposite side of the road. Westboro, inside Grim Cemetery, Force Wall, who was dressed in a black veiled hat, quietly walked beside Doria Gray, a member of the Abraham family. She had accompanied him to place flowers on the Lawrence, Alisa, and the company's graves. While walking silently, her thoughts were completely focused on the beyond ingredients of the Spirit Eater's stomach pouch. She knew that she had already digested the apprentice potion, and as long as she could get the Spirit Eater's stomach pouch, she would become a trick master. However, she ultimately lacked the clues related to it. The son that she had the most expectations of being able to help her didn't dare to hold a ritual or invite friends to hunt spirit eaters because of what had happened before. In order to advance as quickly as possible and escape the curse of the full moon, she had even asked Mr. Fool for help, of hoping that his adorers could help her find ingredients. In the process, she revealed that she had published her new books and was about to receive a fixed fee for that book. In order to prove that she had sufficient power to purchase it, she didn't fear that he that her real identity would be known by Mr. Fool because she believed that Mr. Fool clearly knew it. In the secluded, quiet, and cold environment, Forrest and Dorian stopped at the Lawrence grave, looking at the photo taken after his death and reading the epitaph. He's a good teacher. Dorian Gray remained silent for a long time before sighing. How ironic. Why? Forrest asked in surprise. She had heard Lawrence mention that he was a public school teacher in the Constant City, Midseashire, and that was why she had used such an epitaph. This has nothing to do with you. It has to do with our family. Dorian gave a self-deprecating laugh and bent down to put down the flowers. After straightening his body, he looked straight ahead and suddenly spoke out. Forrest, do you want to become a Beyonder, the kind I describe in my letter? What do you mean? Wait. That interaction kind of confused me. Wait, hold up. Who was Dorian Gray again? Hold up. I'm mixing up characters. Dorian was the one that came looking for Alisa and her husband, right? He was the younger brother of Alisa's husband, right? Yes? No? Oh, shit, I hit my mic. The Abraham descendant. Yes, it was a descendant. A member. Yeah, okay, so he was a member of the family. Got it. Okay. I thought he was like the younger brother, right, of the husband? Yeah. Oh, he's the older guy? Yeah, no, I remember he was an old man, but I couldn't remember if he was a relative or... Okay, we're good. Pause. Update. Okay, we're chill. All right, hold up. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. We're gonna be in and out in less than 5 minutes, okay? All right, everybody. Quick break. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. I'll be super quick. Damn, there's 40 of you guys here. All right, I'll be super quick. Okay, so hold up. I feel weird. Wait, hold up. Will it feel scummy if I insert an ad? I've never tried this before. I've never noticed this. I can insert an ad while I go to the bathroom? Nah, I don't think. What if I just do it mid-sentence? Would you guys get mad? All right. So, how's your guys' date going? No? Is he gonna come back as a rampager? I'm back. I'm back. Hi, come inside. Ellie, come here. Just come inside and sleep. All right, let me eat my Kit Kat before we continue. I read a funny ass message, bro. I got some tasty dinner. I got some tasty Kit Kats from Japan. Hi, Ellie. Hold up, let me grab Ellie, and then we'll continue reading. Whoa. Come here. Hey, stop. Come here. Yes, a good girl. I love you, Ellie. Hi. What's up? Hi. How you doing? How you doing? You're so fucking energetic. Ellie, the spectre dog. Look at her. Look at this fucking dog. Look, she's trying to dig into her bed. What are you doing? Here, let me eat my Kit Kat and then we'll keep reading. Quick snack. No. This isn't dog food. I'll give you a snack later. I read a funny ass comment right now. He's visiting the throne of the fool. That's funny. Damn. It's a milk tea Kit Kat from Japan. So good. Hold up, you can't have chocolate. Oh, you get sick. If I tell Easy how many chapters left in this volume, will that be I think we can give a rough thing. Right? Like, oh, like 50 to 70. Hi. Hey, I'm reading. Thank you for hanging out with me. Wait, give me one more minute. One more minute. Let me just hug my dog. I don't hug her enough when I'm streaming. Hey, why are you trying to run away from me? Wow. But you can tell him that we're close. Not really, but to avoid. Okay. Harley, I love you. You're the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to us. I love you. Man, I love this dog. Alright, let's start. Let's start reading. Oh, hey. Can I keep reading? Can I keep reading, Ellie? No, don't lick my hand. Push up. No. We already tell you what cap is the volume. I forgot, technically. I think you guys said it was like around the 80s or 90s. Something like that, right? Alright, let's start reading. Hi, Ellie. Hi, watch out. Want to chill? Yeah, just chill. Take a nap. Hold up, I'm gonna give her my socks. Cause she goes crazy when she has my socks. Hold up, before we start. Alright, we'll keep the exact amount a mystery. Look, she loves my socks, man. I don't know why she loves the smell of my socks, but she will bite them. No, I'm gonna throw it. Look, and then she won't fucking let go. Look. Perfectly unknown. That ends at 5:23. Oh! We tell you when the end is so that you can read in a row as... Okay. You're not gonna let go of my sock? Okay, bro, I'm procrastinating on my English. Bro, you gotta finish it. No, finish your essay, bro. Don't worry, the vault will always be here. Look, when Ellie is trying to leave and she starts barking, I'm gonna hit her with a backup sock. All right, let's keep reading. I'm fucking pumped. Let's start. Oh, okay, I'm ready. I hope we hit digesting in this chapter. We still got like 2.5 hours before pre-orders go live for the Switch 2. Chat GPT got you, fam? No, that's bad. Back in my days, we didn't have Chat GPT. We had pens and papers. No. Don't bite the bottom part. Look what this dog did. She bit a hole in it. Look at that. No, don't eat that. Stop. Chill. I would never use it. Are you telling me we got 2 hours of stream left? No. In 2 hours, I'm gonna hit you guys with the break part. I'm gonna hit you with this, and I'm gonna see if I can try and pre-order it. And then we'll come back. Maybe. Back in the day, we forced nerds to do our homework. No, that's so bad. I would ask my friends if they would like not show me. Like, I would never copy homework. I'd ask like, hey man, can you guys like show me how to do it? We are getting more than 2 hours. So we are, maybe not. We'll find out. We'll find out how we're doing. If it's a quick pre-order, we'll be good. Dude, thank you. Sit. Shit. Steam crashed. We're good? Are we back? We're good? We good now? Are we good? Are we good? We're good. We're back, right? Fucking OBS crashed. I've been delaying that fucking update because I just go live right when I get back, dude. That's my fault. What I need to do tomorrow before I stream, I need to turn on my computer, reset it, and update it. Shit. Okay, we're good. My OBS crashed, but the recording is still good. Why is my thing so Hold up. I'm just noticing my Ellie, stop. My camera is weird. What? It looks gray, right? Or is it just me? Hold up. Bear with me for a sec. Let me try and fix my settings. My camera looks kind of washed out. Or no? What, Ellie? I can turn the gamma down. Does this look better with the gamma down? Maybe I turned the gamma down a bit. Yeah, I see it. Foggy. It's a little foggy, right? I think I can turn my gamma down a little bit. Okay. What's white balance? Is that like... Oh, my contrast. Bro, we are above the gray fog. Hey, we should read tarot meetings like this. Ellie, what? Bear with me. The fool that doesn't belong to this era. Okay, well, hold up. Sorry, I don't want to stall. Hold up. I'm actually not trying to stall. Hi, Ellie. I feel bad. I'm ignoring. I feel bad. I'm ignoring my dog. I'll just let her out. I'm sorry, Ellie. Hold up. Your pops is trying to fix this. Put it at 70. The king of yellow and black. Wish good luck. Yes, that is me. Okay. That's gross. Are you licking my feet, Ellie? You gotta go out. I love you. You just want attention. Okay. Hey, no. Stop. You're gonna read this chapter with me whether you like it or not. Okay? No. Oh, wait. Hey, guys, wait. No. Hold up. Ellie has a hair in her eye. Hold up. Actually, hold up. I don't want to stall. I'm actually not trying to stall. Hold up. She has a hair in her eye. Maybe that's why she was breaking for attention. Hold up. I need light. Hey. Stop. Look at me. Hey. I need light. Come on. I'm sorry, did that hurt? Is that why you were blinking so much? You're okay now, right? I fucking love you. I love you. Oh my dog. I'm sorry, I don't mean to stall. Hi. Oh, is that why you were barking at me? You had a hair in your eye? It's okay. You're good now. Hey, you're good. Go on, that's it. Okay, she's good now. She's good. We're good. Sorry. Bro is so good to that dog. I love my dog, bro. I love her, man. Ride or die, dude. She had like a little hair sticking out. So look, I mean, it's not, I didn't touch her eye directly. I just made her like close it. And then when I was able to like kind of like see a piece of that hair, I was able to kind of like rub it off from the edge. And I got it all out. So we're good. Let me just make my room a little bit brighter and then we'll get started. That's not brighter. This is brighter. Hey, is the lighting a little bit better or not? think we're good though, right? Shit, my mic. Oh, my headphones. Fuck. My headphone got stuck to my chair. Hold up. It's stuck under the wheel. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're back. You need red lighting? We could. I can technically put any lighting. Hold up. Sunset. Sunset? Bro, the universe is helping you digest the stalling potion. No. That's not it. I think that's good, right? Or let's do... Oh, I'll just leave it like this. I'll leave it like this. Which is good. We're good. Fuck. Shit! Fuck! Okay, you know what? No. I'ma just... I feel bad. I feel like I'm stalling when I'm really not trying to. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just turn on warm. We're not gonna fuck around with this anymore. Sorry, I'm not gonna fuck around. Let's just go straight into it. What good time? What good time for what? Romero, remember that time Easy streamed from Japan Red Light District? We did stream. We low-key did stream in Cabo Chico District. Bro, man, I had to be careful, bro, man, it's be like instant noodles and blank right next to it, and then like, oh, there's a KFC over here, oh, there's a Crispy Donuts, you turn around, and then there's stuff you couldn't show. Good times. Yeah, I want to go back to Japan, man. I miss it. It was so fun. I already miss Japan. It's only been like 2 months. I'm already reminiscing fucking Japan. I'm gonna be so annoying to everybody. Like, I'm gonna be annoying to my friends. Like, hey, man, Japan was so good. All right, let's keep reading. I've been stalling too long. I stalled way too fucking long. I only have an hour and 20 of recording. I've been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I apologize. But there's 35 of you guys here, so sorry. I'm sorry for holding you guys hostage. As I say that, I need to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, now we're good. Let's keep reading. Yeah, I held you guys hostage for too long. Chapter 432. Contracted creatures. Dorian Gray's question didn't surprise Fours at all. She had been prepared after keeping in contact with him for the past month. She had even asked the experienced Mr. Hangman at the Terror Club to decide what kind of expression and reaction she should use when faced with this question. Are there really such beyonders? Force asked in surprise. Dorian gently nodded yes. He looked around to make sure that there was no one around. Then he walked up a tree with the fallen leaves and pressed his hand on it. Nah, thank you guys. Dorian's figure suddenly blurred as if turning into a reflection in the water. When it was clear he had already appeared behind the tree, his posture unchanged. This guy just teleported. Oh god, that's really amazing. The music is a little loud. I'm gonna turn it down. Her mouth opened in a semicircle as she exclaimed. Dorian walked back, smiled, and asked, "Do you want to become such a beyonder?" Force fell silent for a moment before she answered him excitedly, yes. Now that she was finally going to be a periphery member of the... She's joining the Abraham family? What? Now that she was finally going to be a periphery member of the Abraham family, many things would be much easier for her in the future. Her heart was filled with genuine joy. Bro. So, dude, Klein has to recruit people from like every single family and organization. That is the best way to exchange information. You need to recruit Leonard from the Nighthawks, right? So now he has all access from the Nighthawks, from the higher-ups. Fours is joining the Abraham family. We need somebody from the evil side to join. What if Amon joins and he's like and he backstabs the true creator, bro? That'd be so wild. Then he joins, and then we get Trissy from the Demoness sect. So now we have two people from that can get access to like to the dark side of like the mysterious world, right? And then, oh, it'd be so good. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh my god. Now we have Fours with the Abraham family. Bet. I'm excited for the Terror Club's future, bro. They're gonna go so high in life. Forrest fell silent for a moment before she answered excitingly, yes. Now that she has finally gone to the periphery member of the Abraham family, many things would be much easier for her in the future. Her heart was filled with genuine joy. Dorian laughed before turning his expression grave, asking in all seriousness, are you willing to be my student? Forrest answered, nodded yes. Dorian let out a sigh of relief and then made a self-deprecating comment. I'm not a good teacher. I even taught him. There's no need to mention the past anymore. In short, don't hold too high of an expectation. After considering over this period of time, he had decided to learn from his previous experience and lessons. He didn't tell Forrest the situation regarding the Abraham family and only treated the relationship as one of the teacher and student. That way, he didn't have to worry about the other party coveting his family's few remaining mystical items. No, your explanations of mystical items are excellent. Really, Mr. Great? No, teacher. Forrest quickly confirmed the relationship between... Wow, the music is so low. Between the... two? Between them. Dorian looked at the tombstone. And oh my god, I can't read. Shook his head and exhaled. I wasn't planning on taking in any more students, but your noble character infected me. If nothing unexpected happens today, I can give you the corresponding potion today. Today? Forrest asked, surprised. What? It's that easy. Back when she went to Backland Station to pick up Dorian Gray, she noticed that he was carrying only a very small suitcase. Holding the ingredients. It's holding the potion. Barely enough for a change of clothes. There was no evidence that he had any Beyonders ingredients on him. Does he have his own resources and channels in Backland? One that belonged to the Abraham family. Forrest made a vague guess. Her original plan was to rely on the inconvenience of the distance between them to sell off the Beyond ingredients for the apprentice potion, and then told him that she had successfully advanced to become Beyonder. Wow, the music is so loud. This way, she was able to attain a considerable amount of cash, as well as to avoid the tragic consequences of taking the apprentice potion again and have to spend time to digest it. What are you on? Easy? Amon would never with the true credit. I don't know, man. Maybe that's what you guys want me to think. Mr. A joins the TC confirmed. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. I don't know, man. We'll find out. Taking a turn, they left the grim cemetery and returned to the... Yes, without... Oh my god, I am so sorry. I am too excited. My eyes are like going all over the place right now. I don't know why I can't focus. Yes, without explaining, Dorian pointed in the other directions. Let's go see Lubero and Alisa first. Taking a turn, they left Grim Cemetery and returned to the house in the Sherwood Borough where Forrest and Shio had entered. For the past month or so, Shio had advanced to sheriff, had been leaving early and returning late every day in order to pay off her heavy debts. She had been trying hard to get every bounty she could get, so there was no doubt that she was of the house around noon. Is there a quiet room? Dorian looked around casually. Plenty. Forrest led her new teacher into the activity room on the first floor. Dorian circled the room, checked the surroundings, and then asked Forrest to light a candle mixed up with a piece of dark red sandalwood. He closed the door and drew the curtains. He walked to the candle and took out 2 bottles of essential oils and some common herbal powder. Holding her ritual, shouldn't there be 3 candles? Forrest curiously walked from side and then rashly opened her mouth as if she had stunned by the atmosphere. After finishing the first part of the ritual, Dorian took a step back and asked with a serious expression, switched to the language of the ancient Phasic. Oh, what am I reading? Of the ancient Hermes. I summon in my name special spirit bodies roaming the upper realms to the void creature that loves music, Dorian Gray's Abraham contract companion, Whoosh. There was a sudden gust of wind in the activity room, and with the sobbing voices, the flickering candles' flames were tinged with a deep blue voice. I'm sorry, is like the traveler gonna bring the potion or what? The rings of light quickly spread out, forming a door that was beyond the concept of normality. Is this the door she used to enter the spirit world with the bracelets? Right? The rings of light quickly spread out, forming a door that was beyond the concept of normality. A ball of semi-illusionary, half-corporeal objects flew out from the bottom of the circle of light. Its entire body colored a milky white. There was no eyes, nose, arms. Oh, it's one of the 7 lights. Legs around it, only an opening which resembled a mouth cracked open over its surface. Dorian grinned, opened his mouth, and began to hum a gentle folk lullaby. The ball swayed left and right, appearing extremely satisfied. After he finished humming, Dorian extended his hand. Mouth, give me the items that I deposited with you the day before yesterday. The ball jumped up and down as its body suddenly swelled while it opened its mouth extremely wide. Then it spat out 2 Beyonder ingredients which had strange lusters to them. To think that can be done, Forrest started to surprise. That's kind of like Klein's summoning, right? That's so cool. For stared in surprise, Dorian caught the. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Dorian caught the apprentice potion's main ingredients, canceling the summoning and ended the ritual. He turned his head and smiled at Force. Even in the spirit world, void creatures like Mouth are extremely rare. Under normal circumstances, summoning the ritual will not point to them. An elder of a sufficiently high sequence must enter the spirit world, and after a long period of searching, make a contract with one of them. That way, it will all subsequent descendants to complete the summoning ritual with their corresponding name. After the void creature arrives, a new contract can be made, making them closely connected to oneself and no longer summonable by others. So that's how it was. That sounds interesting. Force said from the bottom of her heart. She couldn't help but look forward in the future. If I don't consider the curse of the full moon or how ordinary beyonders are being suppressed and constantly facing dangers, exploring this wonderful world would be the most delightful thing. I hope that one day I can truly roam the spirit world. I'm not liking this foreshadowing. Yo, good morning, Merlin. She couldn't help but look forward to the future. If I don't consider the curse of the full moon or how... I just read this. Dorian responded with a chuckle. Mouth's greatest ability is to swallow many items into its belly without causing them any harm. It's the equivalent of a mobile hidden warehouse that almost no one can find. Of course, it can't store too much as its stomach has limited space. Also, it doesn't like people without talent in music. It would reject signing a contract with such people. At least I can play the lyre. Just as Forrest breathed a sigh of relief, Dorian instructed her to give him a black stew pot. Realizing that he was about to concoct a potion right here and there, she maintained her expression, but her heart was frantically praying for an accident. Why an accident? I don't want to drink the apprentice potion again. That would waste a lot of time. If I had known that this would happen, then I would have been more honest. It's too late to... Oh, now it's too late to tell the truth. Teacher Gray must have tried a divination attempt, but the outcome suffered interference. Confessing now would mean that there's a powerful person backing me or instigating me. Oh, so yeah, you're right. Because he wasn't able to, like, deduce that. In the midst of her thoughts, she saw Dorian turn around and handle her a bottle of the bludgeoning potion. Drink it and you'll become a beyonder. Dorian sat in a flat but very seductive... What? Drink it and you'll become a beyonder. Dorian said in a flat but very seductive tone. Then he reassured her, don't worry, there won't be any problems with me here. Okay, Forrest gritted her teeth, received the apprentice potion, and drank it all in one gulp. At the same thought, a thought flashed in her mind. Honesty is the best policy. The carriage stopped outside the East Borough, and Klein walked in with a cane and hat, entered the spacious slums in a relatively decent neighborhood. As he walked forward, he saw two familiar figures emerging from the relatively clean apartment in front of him. They were girls, one 17 or 18 years old and the one 15, 16-year-old daughters of the it's the laundry maid. Of the laundry maid Liv, Freja, and Daisy. The latter had once been kidnapped by Captain and was resurrected by the Dark Emperor. We remember that. You don't have to recap that. We remember. Good afternoon, Detective Moriarty. Klein smiled and nodded before asking puzzlement. Daisy, don't you have public elementary school to attend? At the best of the reporters like Maester Joseph and the push by the Church of the Evernight Goddess, the Backland government established a charity fund with Captain's estate specifically to help women families who had been hurt by Captain. Daisy's family took advantage of the opportunity to move from the shabby apartment and environment with poor security to the outskirts of Eastborough. They moved from one room to two, separating the laundry area from the place where they ate and slept. Oh, that's cool. They got a new place. That's sweet. In addition, Daisy received a bursary for attending a public elementary school, and she was delighted that the charity fund was responsible for her tuition and meals costing 3 pence a week. What puzzled Klein was that the public elementary school only had breaks on Sundays, so Daisy wasn't supposed to be here at this time. The school is very close. I took advantage of the afternoon breaks to return and help Fraser bring the washed and dried laundry to a client. She and Mother can't handle the workload, Daisy answered frankly. Aww. The immediate effect of her going to school was that the amount of laundry which Liv and Freja could do every day decreased, obviously lowering their family income. If it wasn't for Mike's help applying for a grant for the charity, they would have been able to maintain their present lives. Therefore, there was no doubt that Freja wouldn't be able to enter a public elementary school, and when Daisy and Klein talked about it, her eyes were filled with unconcealed envy and pain. Despite not even being 18 years old yet, all she could do was silently watch her sister attend school. Klein noticed that detail and deliberately reminded Daisy, you really should know that your mother and Fraser are having a hard time. Treat me well. Daisy nodded seriously and said, I've thought about it. When things settle down, I'll teach Fraser what I learned during the day at night on Sundays. I'll be her only tutor. Phrasia's eyes suddenly blinked and she couldn't help but lowering her head. Good, very good. Klein pressed her before bidding them farewell in a good mood and turned to another street. He went to Black Palm Street to change out of his worker's clothes, and just after he left the apartment when he was renting a room from, he saw an old middle-aged man walk over. He asked with a kind face, "Sir, have you heard the... what the fuck?" He saw an old middle-aged man walk over. He asked with a kind face, "What the fuck? Sir, have you heard of the original creator?" Oh, hell no. Oh, I'm not liking that. Hold up. That sounds a little scary. Let's pause, update, and let's keep reading, dude. What the fuck is going on? That's kind of scary, dude. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, have you heard of the creator? 1 hour. What the fuck? 37 minutes? Shit. I didn't do my timestamp for 432. Oh, I fucked up. We messed up one chapter. Shit. Yeah, I was like, why the fuck is my recording like... Why is there like a 20-minute jump? 1 hour? We didn't do a timestamp for the last chapter. You guys didn't remind me. You guys didn't remind me about the last chapter. Shit, we forgot 432. Shit, we forgot 432, guys. The man is Romero? No, Romero's the true creator, not the creator, right? Hold up, let me do the timestamp for... Let me just put the chapter title for 432. Shit. We didn't do I didn't do the timestamp for contracted creatures. So let me just put that here so I don't forget. Okay, and then I can just add that later. LOL, Godspeed reading. Did you update? Yeah, no, yeah, I forgot to update last chapter. This one is good. What chapter did I just read? Why do I have 434 up here? We're on 433. You're gonna go sleep now, Cammy? Hey, man. Thanks for tuning in for like the last 2.5 hours. Wait, I'm on 433, right? Intelligence Peddler. Yeah, we're right here. Okay, 433. I don't know why I put 434. My bad. Here, let me let Ellie in. I can hear her. Hold up. One sec. It's 7 a.m. Yeah, no, we're still here. Sorry, I'm back. We just had to go get Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Come here. Stay with me. Hey, just chill here with me for a bit. Come on, just take a nap. Here, come here. Just lay down. I just woke up. Hey, good morning. Oh, the stream is... Yeah, no, we just woke up. No, wait, what the fuck? You just woke up. We've been streaming for a while. Alright, we're gonna try and read this chapter holding Ellie. So this might get a little rocky. See how it goes. Chill, sit. Oh, good girl. Thank you for sitting. Good morning. Alright, let's keep reading. Ellie, stop. Chill. Oh, it's gonna be hard. Guys, Ellie doesn't like sitting with me here when I'm streaming. Thank you for subscribing, dude. Ellie doesn't like chilling with me when I'm reading. Doggo time? So, hey, you gotta sit. But she'll, like, sit out the door, and then she'll, like, roll over and ask for tummy rubs. Like, down here on the floor. But when I'm, like, sitting on the chair, she just doesn't want to be on the chair. Now, you're gonna show me. Alright, chapter 433 is called Intelligence Peddler. The original creator, Clang was stunned for a moment, and then he immediately thought of the intelligence that old Kohler had previously given him. Recently, there have been people preaching the faith of the original creator in Eastboro, the dock area in the factory district. It pushed to believe that he hadn't really passed away and that he extended his body of every human being, a very object, and as long as one served him wholeheartedly and praised him, then not only would his believers redeem after believers be redeemed after death, but they would also enter his kingdom. They would also suffer tremendous improvements in their present life, for instance, having sizzling meat to eat every day. This was very close. Dude, thank you. This was very close to the lower order theory of the mutated creator. So Klein. That's good background noise, right, Ellie? Hey, stop. So Klein had decided that it would be the secret organization which was behind it. He felt that he had begun to value the vast majority of the poor after the 11 News incident. They've already developed so arrogantly to even solicitate people on the streets. Klein hesitated and replied, I've heard of that. The well-dressed middle-aged man immediately revealed a smile. Then do you know about the incoming apocalypse? Do you know that the original creator will create a sanctuary to protect his believers? What? Yeah, it's weird. I thought I said it. Music loud? Okay, I'll turn down a bit. I thought I have to go back, man. I thought I originally had it where it's like YouTube people, but I think it is on Twitch. I'll double check. I'll double check because I was trying to set it for YouTube. But thank you for reminding me. I think I'm gonna go back and try and like fix it. I want to make all the notifications primarily YouTube. I originally had it set to Twitch. I was like, oh, it'll be Twitch. It'll be easier. Yeah, we did. Saying hi because I'm on a 5-minute break in class. Yo, thank you for tuning in for a little bit, Vec. What's up? Yeah, you see Ellie back there. She's chilling. She's chilling with us right now. Hey. Oh, she's biting her toy. She's chilling. She's hanging out. Give this to her. They'll keep her calm for a bit. Her little bed. Found my place. Sorry, I lost my place. Redeem after his kingdom. Let me reread from right here. Sorry. As long as one served him wholeheartedly and praised him, then not only would his believers be redeemed after death, but they would also enter his kingdom. They would also suffer tremendous improvements in their present life, for instance, having sizzling meat each day. This was very close to the order theory of the mutated creator, so Klein had decided that it was a secret organization which was behind it. He felt that they had begun to value the vast majority of the poor after the Lundavus incident. They've already developed so arrogantly to even solicitate people on the streets. Klein hesitantly replied, I've heard of that. The well-dressed middle-aged man immediately revealed a smile. Then, do you know about the incoming apocalypse? It's going to happen in the new year, huh? On 1350? Do you know that the original creator will create a sanctuary to protect his believers? For a moment, Klein thought of going with the flow and be inoculated so that to slowly infiltrate the Oral Order's periphery organization, so as to gather the appropriate evidence and clues to take revenge on them for seeking the believers of the fool. But after careful consideration, he felt that it was too dangerous. It was something that was tiring and troublesome for him to do alone without any certainty of success. In the end, he decided to inform the machinery hive mind about the current situation and leave it to the official organizations to handle. After thinking through the problem, Klein expressed immediately darkened, I don't know and I don't want to know. He strode forward, shaking off the middle-aged man and ignoring his shouts. On the way of Eastboro, he watched carefully and found that the workers who had lost their jobs due to the off-season of the efficiency improvements for textile machines were grouped together. They were being comforted and were listening to the preaches from people of the unknown identities. Ellie, stop. The investigation of Eastboro, the dock area, and the factory districts were completed 2 months ago. Why haven't the 3 churches of Parliament produce any concrete measures yet? The importance that they've placed on this issue must have increased. It's impossible for them to not notice the current situation. Is this a trap for bigger fish? It's impossible for them to not notice the current situation. Is this a trap for bigger fish? That's very risky and can easily get out of hand. As Klein lampooned, he pushed the cap on his head and walked out of Eastboro and went straight to Backland Bridge area. At noon, the Bravehearts bar had just opened and there were almost no drunkards present. Only the nearby's busy workers would come in and grab simple lunch. Klein mingled with them and spent 10 pence on wheat bread with pork sausages and a glass Salval beer, making him appear rather rich. After leisurely filling his stomach and finishing his beer, he looked up and bartered. Is Casper's Callan here? He planned on replenishing some of his ordinary ammunition while he was here. The bartender glanced at him. It seems like you haven't been here for a while. Casper's is dead. It said that he was he's been killed for a bit, right? He was the Bravehearts bar owner, right? Or remember, yeah, when the gang originally infiltrated, right? Casper's, it said, It said that he was a little restless while sleeping at night, wrapping himself in a... No, what? No, this is somebody else. And the guy... Yeah, it's the guy from the bar. Okay, so now they're just revealing it. Oh, and it's a cover-up. He was wrapping himself in a tight bundle and suffocated himself in the end. Yeah. This was the guy that they... Right? Damn. Hey, I don't really believe that kind of thing would happen. I've only heard about such things in ghost stories. But that's what those black and white dogs say. Black and white dogs were referring to the police who wore black and white checkered uniforms. Suffocating himself to death. That sounds like mysticism. Was it because of the rose... Wait, no. Was this because of the Rose School of Thought High Sequence Beyond was unable to find Miss Sharon in America, and thus they chose to kill someone to vent their anger? Where's the bearer of being a High Sequence Beyonder? In that case, Casper's wasn't able to contact Miss Sharon. Perhaps they've already left Backland. Casper's wasn't prepared for the dangers of the Beyonders world. If it were me... Ellie, that tickles. If it were me, I would have returned to the Brave Star bar. I would have taken all the money I saved up to go to another city for a change of environment. However... under normal circumstances, a High Sequence Beyonder would specifically deal with such ordinary people. She's trying to bite me. At most, they would force a mediumship ritual without considering the after effects. As expected of the self-indulgent Rose School of Thought, to think a High Sequence Beyonder would actually do such a thing. While feeling surprised, Klein also felt pity for the black market arms dealer. The bartender wiped a cup and continued, if you wish to buy some stuff, there's a new dealer. Ooh, okay, there's a new dealer. Who? Klein asked him, pausing. Oh, wait, one sec. Ellie. Hey. Stop taking out the stuffing. No, you're not in trouble. Just stop taking out the stuffing. Can you do that for me? Just chill. Okay, she's chill. She's chill. Ow, Ellie! It fucking tickles. She's trying to bite me. Wait, didn't we already read that this was a Scarlet Corona item? The guy that introduced Klein to the Sharon America. Oh, it was the guy that introduced them, not the one that they killed. Because I remember when they originally infiltrated the bar, they hung someone, right? Oh, no. They hung the other gang member that was trying to take over. Yeah, you're right. Okay, hold up. The guy that introduced Klein to Sharon America. No, I remember he was the bar owner. I thought he was killed earlier. No, my bad. I was confusing him with the one. Dude, thank you. There's 41 of you here. I thought Casper's was already killed when they were originally trying to find Merrick and Sharon, but that was the other gang member that was trying to take control of the Braveheart bar, and then they took him out right away. Remember, I was like, oh, I thought he was gonna be the new bad guy. Hey, chill over your bed. I gotta buy you a new one. I just got back. No, not yet, Haley. I'm hoping he hits Fateless in like the next chapter too. But me stalling at this point, I don't know, man. I apologize. Let's keep going. All right, let's start from here. Who? Klein asked him, passing. Old man. Wait. The bartender wiped a cup and continued. If you wish to buy some stuff, there's a new dealer. Who? Klein asked him, passing. Old man. He's in billiard room 3. The bartender said without looking up. Klein immediately stood up, slowly walked towards the familiar place, and knocked on the unlocked door. Come in. A voice rang out. The voice sounded a little familiar. Klein pushed open the door and looked inside. Standing on the table was a boy that didn't look too old. He was dressed in an old overcoat, a brown bowler hat, and had bright red eyes. Ian? Ian, right? It was Ian, whom Klein had met when he first arrived in Backland. Back then, he was entrusted with the case of Detective Zerio's disappearance and was ultimately involved in the conflict over the manuscripts of a third-generation difference machine. He had been forced to pay a high price to have Mr. A from the Aurora Order kill the Intis ambassador that was sent to the Lowen Kingdom. Bakerland Jean... Thank you for subscribing, dude. Thank you. It's you, Detective Moriarty. Ian was startled. He had deliberately stuck 2 whiskers above his mouth to make himself look older. Klein smiled as he entered the billiard room and closed the door in passing. Long time no see, someone must say. Ian, the true antagonist? I'm getting scared, man. I don't know. What the hell is this dude scheming? Hey, chill. Chill, you're gonna rip your bed. It's you, Detective Moriarty. Ian was startled. He had deliberately stuck his 2 whiskers above his mouth to make himself look older. Is he wearing a fake mustache? Klein smiled as he entered the billiard room, then closed the door in passing. Long time no see. He was initially surprised that Ian had appeared here and had become a black market arms dealer, but then he thought of the details behind the matter and found that it made sense. Klein being able to come to the Bravehearts bar and find Casper's Callan was all thanks to Ian's introduction. This teenage boy definitely had some connections around here. Yes, Ian wiped away his shocked expression and mumbled, I went to Pitts Harbor for 2 months and found that those guys to be so savage and cruel. They didn't even have the slightest bit of modesty or love for children, so I have no choice but to return to Backland and do what I was good at. What was he good at? When Caspers died, I decided to switch careers. Before Klein could say anything, he added, Mr. Detective, I've always kept in mind that I still owe you 2 requests. There's no need to explain so much, nor do I care what you've done in the past. Although I've always thought that you escaped from MI9 was suspicious, I didn't care too much about it. Klein picked up a cue stick, gestured at, and said, other than dealing in the black market weapons, you seem to be selling information. Yes. Ian answered very calmly, what do you want to know? It's free. Very straightforward. Feeling guilty about what happened to me previously. Klein pushed the cue stick forward and hit the ball, sending a red ball right into the middle pocket. Without a trace of politeness, he straightened his body and said, recently, everyone has been looking for the Believers of the Fool. There are many bounties available. What news do you have? Ian thought for a moment and said, nothing. I even suspect that whether the Fool has any believers since no one can find any clues. That's a good deduction. This is what you call blasting air with a cannon. Klein gave a silent, self-deprecating laugh before turning to ask. Oh, because of his air bullets? In addition, there's another bounty. People are looking for a lecturer named Zik Eagers. I wish to know who was the one behind the bounty. Ellie, don't eat that. So as to determine if I should involve myself in that, searching for people is very time-consuming. Ian didn't directly answer. He surveyed his surroundings, lowered his voice. MI9. MI9 is not the numinous Episcopate. It seems like it really was arranged by Ince Zungwil. He's trying to conflict between Mr. Zik and MI9. Perhaps he knows some secrets that he shouldn't be aware of. A series of thoughts flashed through Klein's mind. Finally, he smiled and said, looks like I have to worry about the bounty being false, but I'm afraid the circumstances as to why Zik Eagers is being pursued by MI9 is because he knows some secrets. I just reread that. I'm so sorry. That being the case, the day I obtained the bounty might be the last day of my life. Ellie. Ian spread his hands. I'm not sure about that. Let me change the music. The battle music is throwing me off. Zik is too goated. What do you think is happening with Zik? I don't know, man. I don't know what could be happening with Zik. Ellie, you're biting and that tickles. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what he's scheming or up to. Like, we know he's still trying to find out, like, about his memories, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he unironically found another similar mystical item, like creeping hunger, right? Maybe he finds, like, a left hand, right? And then maybe, like, we know... Oh, wait a minute. We knew that Ince Zungwil was on the death pathway, and he wasn't able to advance in a normal fashion. So he went the sleepless route and consumed Saint Selena's ashes, right? Maybe he's trying to, like, in a way, corner a Zik Eagers, get him killed, and obtain his Beyonder characteristics. And if we're on the thought of process that he's a high sequence Beyonder, like 4 and up, Instant Will could use that for his own gain and reach sequence 0 death. Perhaps. You just read some stuff about a Zik, bro? What part? We know they put a bounty on him and they're trying to find him. I don't remember much else besides that. I don't remember what he's doing, if it's been revealed or not. But and the fact that Ince Zungwil is, like, scheming all this in the background leads me to believe that maybe he's trying to, like, obtain a Zik's characteristics, right? Because if he started on the death pathway, switched to the sleepless pathway, and they're interchangeable, maybe he wants to go back. You just read what the situation is. I literally forgot. There's no shot. Bro, what are you reading? There is no shot. What is he doing? Tell me. Because I literally cannot remember for the life of me. Gun to my head. I do not remember. What? What? No. No way. What? Hey, can you stop biting your bed? You're getting all the stuffing everywhere. What are you doing? What are you doing, Ellie? What was it? Wait. Before we keep reading. You just read what situation a Zik is in. Just tell me the first part. Well, you can say the whole thing, and I'll just read part of it. Let me see if I can remember. A Zik is getting chased by his baby mama for support. I know they put a bounty on him. You were literally reading about a Zik. You were literally... This stream? No. No, they never said that on Hinge. No, man, I believe your first. No, that was not it. No, that wasn't it. Yes? Stop it. Romero, is that true? Where is the... Wait, hold up. A lot happened this stream, man. I was hyped. I got sad. We had some hysteria. Hold up. There's a lot. I think it's time for bed. No, it's not time for bed. We got 2 hours before the pre-order. No way I just glossed over that. Did I really gloss over that? I forgot who said it the other day. Like, this man is just reading, but he's not reading. I ain't lying. You just read it? No fucking way I just read that. Peak streamer moment. No fucking way. No fucking way. Did I really just read that but not read it? I read but I didn't read. Really? Wait, so what? What fucking chapter was that revealed? Was that on contracted creatures? Time to end stream. It's me. I keep telling you to imagine what you read and not just read to read. It's literally this chapter. What? Hey, Ellie, you gotta stop. Here. This chapter, you just read it 5 minutes. What happened to him? I'm not gonna lie, I think I spaced out. Unk getting first signs of Alzheimer's? No, fuck that. We need to be in perfect shape so that doesn't happen. No fucking way. Okay, let me finish this chapter. You skipped over Lenard's name twice. Hold on, let's reread this. Doggo is a spectator. Dude, you know why? I think it's because Ellie was throwing me off. You see what you do? Yeah, you're acting all sad. Huh? See what you do? I literally read but didn't read. Look what you do to me. I love you. I'll blame Ellie. Read the chapter again. Okay. Stop. Don't do that. That's gross. You're cooked. Fuck. Hold up. Hold up. Let me just scroll up. Stop. There's no fucking way. At what? Like the scape dog? Was this in the beginning? No, because it's talking about the original creator, his kingdom, sniffling. This was very close to the order, mutated creature, middle-aged man. Do you know about the incoming? It talks about the apocalypse. Wait, the investigators at East part of the Dark Game Factory District were completed 2 months ago. Why haven't the 3 churches of Parliament produced? Ellie, stop. Is this a trap for bigger fish? The very risking can easily get. Hey, stop. As Klein lampooned, he pushed the cap of his head as he walked to Eastboro. Yeah, no, I'm going through it quickly. Klein mingled with them and spit over herself was bow after losing his Casper's come. Stop. Black and white dogs. Cast from beyond prepared. Icy winds beyond it. I don't see a Zik's name. High sequence banner. One special deal with ordinary people at that moment. Rose school thoughts. Will Klein, old man, Bill Run Dream bartender, come to voice. Stop. Standing by the table was a boy that didn't look too old. He deliberately stuck 2 whiskers above his mouth. Klein smiled. I went to Pitt's Harbor before Klein said Mr. Ted always kept in mind. Therefore, there's no one to explain so much. Hey, Ellie, you gotta stop, man. You gotta chill. I didn't care too much about it. He picked up his cue stick, gestured and he's Klein, very calm, without a trace of politeness. He straightened his body and said, recently everyone's been looking for the believer of the fool. Oh, wait, hold up. Right here. This is... I'm seeing the word as hold up. This is what you're calling blasting air. Klein give you selling something craving left before. In addition, there's another bounty. People are looking... Ellie's losing control. Ellie, you're making me lose control right now. People are looking for lecturer named the Zik Eagers. I wish to know the one behind the bounty so to determine if I should involve myself. Am I 9? Oh my god, Ellie. What? It didn't say in this chapter why a Zik is here. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna let Ellie out. Ellie, you're making me unironically lose my train of thought right now. I love you. Okay, we just did a quick read through. Holy shit, I got a little out of it. Keep reading? Okay, let's keep reading. It's not the numinous as it seems like it's written by ancient world. He's trying to create this conflict between mysteries perhaps he knows he shouldn't be aware of. A serious flex between my mind. Looks like I don't have to worry about being the bounty being false, but I'm afraid that the scrimmage which is being pursued and it's because he knows some secrets. Ian spread his hands. I'm not too sure about this, but you can provide only clues. Good suggestion. That's where I stopped reading. It will be reminded you. Okay, I literally just read up until it didn't reveal it. Okay, hold on. Let me just reread from here. MI9, it's not the numinous Espicopate. It seems like it really was arranged by Instant Will. He's trying to create conflict between Mr. Zik and MI9. Perhaps he knows some secrets that he shouldn't be aware of. A series of thoughts flashed through Klein's mind. Finally, he smiled and said, looks like I don't have to worry about the bounty being false. But I'm afraid the circumstances as to why Zik Eagers is being pursued by MI9 is because he knows some secrets. That being the case, the day I obtained the bounty might be the last day of my life. Ian spread his hands. I'm not sure about this, but you can provide only clues. Good suggestion. Without asking any more questions, Klein spent 5 slowly, replenished some of his ordinary ammunition, and left Braveheart's bar. He got on the rental carriage and looked out the window at the gloomy weather. Suddenly, he felt a little wistful. Casper's Callan is dead, which also means that Miss Sharon and Merrick will give up this space with me only being able to contact them unilaterally. It'll be hard to find them unless they encounter some difficulties that require my help or they have reached the stage of dealing with the devil's spirit buried in the ruins. Otherwise, I'll likely not be meeting them again. Although they can be considered friends, we've cooperated with each other twice. I could interact with them as beyonders without hiding my face. Now there are too fewer people of such people. If it wasn't for the desired apostle, I would only have an oddity like the vampire Emlyn White, who I can talk about mysticism with without any disguises. Thankfully, as he was sighing silently, an ethereal voice suddenly sounded in his ears. Sharon? Is there something? Klein instantly shuddered, and only when he saw who was sitting in front of him did he have a sigh of relief. He's relieved to meet Sharon. He laughed in exasperation and said, Miss Sharon, do you always appear all of a sudden like this? Dressed in a gothic... I'm shipping them, man. Dressed in a gothic regal dress and a matching soft black hat, Sharon was sitting quietly on the other side of the carriage, her face as pale as ever. I'll knock on the window next time. Sharon nodded without emotion. She didn't repeat the question, but she looked quietly at Klein in a reserved manner. Knocking on the window, all of a sudden, that's equally scary. Klein was in no hurry to mention the matter of the human skin shadow, and instead he asked, has a high sequence beyond her left? Yes, Sharon said tearfully. Klein was silently relieved as he warned her it could also be a trap. As he said that, he remembered something and quickly added, I finished reading the Book of Secrets, and I have obtained the corresponding information for other sources that praying to the primordial moon is prone to problems. It's best not to try. Alright, Sharon didn't ask why. She paused for a second and said in the ethereal voice, the primordial moon and the chain god seem to be arch enemies. Okay. Because they can switch... What? Because they can switch sequences, or there can be other reasons. Klein thought as he directed the conversation to what he really mattered. Miss Sharon, do you know of any places with the characteristics of human skin shadow? Like a puppet? Sharon listened quietly, but nodding her head. Yes. Oh, we're definitely hitting faceless. Wait. Theory crafting. The primordial moon and the chain god seem to be arch enemies. The primordial moon, after we talked with Anime Wiz, he was right when he was thinking about the wolf chasing the moon, and then in the artwork you guys showed me there was a moon and the wolf and howling to the moon, right? And I'm saying, oh my god, I forgot the wolf demon. Oh my god, the wolf Flagera. I'm thinking Wolf Flagera and Klein and Zomanguri might in some way, shape, or form be the same person, right? Just like Flagera, thank you. Just how like the Snake of Mercury is being reborn in the new belly, I think the same thing happened with Flagera. Like if this snake could do it, who's to say this wolf can't? Who's to say Flagera couldn't do it? And then like maybe in some way, shape, or form he became Klein, but then it's like then Zomanguri transmigrated, and since he has been coincidentally running into like the true creator, they are each other's enemies. Oh, thank you, Romero. Giant King Armir, I remember that. Dragon of Imagination, Ankle Went. I forgot the Phoenix. King, I remember. I have all these written down. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Shit, I skipped it. Flagera. Well, wait. Demonic Wolf's Flagera. Oh, it's not plural. Wolf's Flagera. Oh, if it's wolves, you got like the Flagera, you got Zoe, and you got Klein, right? And if he's arch enemies with the true creator, maybe that would explain why he's been running into all these entities relating to the true creator. Maybe that's why Amon knew the Fool, right? Or like maybe that's why the true creator is now trying to get to the Fool because he knows he's Flagera. And that's why he's hearing Hornicus Flagera because wait, no, it doesn't make sense. Because, wait, is it singular, not plural? Typo? Oh, it is. Okay, oh shit, okay. Theory still stands. All right, let's pause, update, and let's keep reading. Maybe. And I guess we'll find out when we go to the mountain range, right? There has to be some crazy lore dump once we get there. So what's with this? What's with the Tomb and Bounty? Shit, man, we're getting close. We are getting close. 434. Isn't that the studio that makes Halo? 434? Or is it 343? Hello, Sanguine Ancestor. I just woke up to see you cooking. As always. Damn, my nose is so stuffy. I gotta clean my nose. Oh my god. Sorry, this is kind of gross. Don't look. 1 hour, 55 minutes, 32 seconds. Damn, our recording is like almost at 2 hours. This has been a long stream. All right, we're locking in this chapter. Hold up. Let me clean my nose a little bit. I gotta like blow my nose. $10-hour stream. Hey, all I'm gonna say, man, I might be a little sick tomorrow and not make it work. Try and secure that Switch pre-order. So we might be able to stream tomorrow. A lot earlier than planned. We'll find out. We'll find out. Final paper today, boys. Pray for me. Got this, Michael. Maciel, you got this. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. We believe in you. Our book club here believes in you. You're cooked. Fucking get me. I'm saying I believe in you. Ignore him. Ignore him. We believe in you. I'll just listen. For sure, dude. All right, let's keep reading. Update. Perfect. Chapter 300. Chapter 434 is called Tomb and Bounty. She knows. Klein was overjoyed and quickly asked, where? The catacombs. Oh, we're gonna fight the evil spirit in the catacombs where the marble statues are. There were beyond her characteristics there. She knows. Klein was overjoyed and quickly answered where. In his heart, he was already prepared to pay the consultation fee. Sharon sat there without moving and said, like a talking doll, I'm one of the gatherings that Merrick participated in. Someone once discovered the tomb of an ancient noble. They explored the periphery but didn't dare to venture deep, but they were traces of human skin shot. Oh, this is another tomb. Oh, it's not the one they went to before. They explored the periphery but didn't dare to venture deep, but there were traces of human skin shadow activity. They hoped to recruit a team strong enough to completely explore the tomb and split the valuables equally. To seek help in the gathering of beyonders who are not familiar with each other. How can all parties guarantee each other's credibility? What if there's no tomb at all and it's just a trap? Klein quickly thought and answered in response. Did they succeed? Yes. Sharon answered simply. This Klein temporarily didn't pursue the details. He suppressed his voice and avoid being overhead by the carriage driver. And then, After that, they never appeared again, and Sharon calmly recounted one of the members was friends with Merrick's and he disappeared completely after the matter. Without waiting for Klein to ask, she continued to speak with the ethereal voice. Merrick found some of his friends' belongings. I used the method of divination to track them down with White Cliffs Town, and I found a hidden entrance to the tomb at the riverbed of the Starford River. Merrick's friends was inside, but he was already dead. You went in, Klein blurted out. No, I had determined it using another method. Sharon explained. That tomb gave me a sense of great danger. I didn't try to explore it. At this point, she looked at Klein with her blue eyes. With the help of a sequence 4 beyond or a sealed artifact of a corresponding level, it would be best not to venture deep into the tomb. Even you find it very dangerous. I don't need to go above the Grey Fog to divine it to know how terrifying it is. Klein looked down at the floor of the carriage and thought for a few seconds. Do you know which ancient tombs it belongs to? Sharon did not pause in her reply. His last name is Amon. Oh, shit. Okay, alright. Amon, a member of the family of that Amon who had possessed Little Sun's body and almost sneaked in the mysterious space above the Great Fog. By the way, that has been the most, fascinating scene in this entire series as of yet. Him trying to penetrate the Great Fog, like the fact that an outside entity was able to sense him and try and pierce the veil and go in there. That was that's so far the most interesting and best moment in this entire series. It's literally chef's kiss. Everything else has been really scary and terrifying and traumatic, with all our deaths in volume 1, but that moment was chef's kiss, bro. Klein used his ability as a clown to control the sliding twitching of his eyelids. He asked in puzzlement, "Are you sure?" At this moment, a figure appeared in his mind. A black classic robe, a matching pointed hat, a broad forehead, a thin face, black eyes, black hair, and a crystal monocule. Sharon's pale blonde hair shone through the mist like an oil painting drawn by a master, and she said in her usual flat tone, "According to the items obtained from the initial exploration, a member of the gathering who specialized in ancient history determined that the owner of the tomb came from the Tudor dynasty of the 4th epoch. The family name is Amon." Okay, it's getting hype. I don't think it's the same person. We'll find out. It really puts it into perspective that Klein is invincible. Yeah, dude, there's stronger people out there than him that are trying to get to him for whatever reason. It really is the blasphemer family of the 4th epoch. That family isn't cursed like the Abraham family, nor was it destroyed directly by the church of a certain goddess like the Antigonus family. According to the special and powerful performances Amon showed in the City of Silver, the situation of this family might be comparable to that Zarathul's. They were all secretly passed down with the presence of the high sequence beyonders among the ranks. Perhaps even with powerful angels, they protect certain crucial secrets, such as the coordinates of the forsaken lands of the gods. The dangers of a tomb left by such family can be imagined. Perhaps Amon can borrow the power of certain changes to cast his gaze over from the distance of the forsaken land of gods. I can't use the perspective of a low or mid-sequence beyonder to deduce the terror of demigod. Klein didn't ponder for long before denying the possibility of exploring the tomb of the Amon family. Slightly disappointed, he looked up at Sharon. Is that place the only place with a human skin shadow? Sharon shook her head. No. Oh, where? Give me a safer place. Oh, Klein's eyes lit up and he assumed a listening posture, okay, I'm listening. Sharon said, her voice unchanged. I've participated in a gathering. A beyonder promised that as long as someone completes the mission given by her, she would satisfy any reasonable request. When it comes to ingredients, it is limited to those below that of a sequence beyonder ingredients. In other words, she can give any beyonder ingredients below that of a high sequence beyonders. The first thought that came to the Klein mind is she bragging? For the Church of the Evernight Goddess, only the Holy Cathedral, or in other words, the Cathedral of Serenity, would possess such a possibility. Many of these ingredients weren't commonly needed because they weren't needed at all. Upon hearing Klein's question, Sharon calmly replied, she's a high sequence beyonder. High sequence beyonder, no wonder. That would be on the level of the high-ranking members of the church or secrets organizations. Even if they don't belong to any party, they would still build up their own faction. However, the promise of any type of beyonder ingredients below a high sequence potion definitely can't be completely met. Klein momentarily had such a thought. Sharon simply added, she said that a certain ingredients would require a certain period of time. That's more like it. Klein asked with interest, what mission did she give? Sharon sat up straight and dignified. Investigate Hero Bandit's true identity? Oh, we can't do that. Klein is like, shit, we definitely can't do that. It's us? Haley? Whoa, what's going on? What's going on? Klein believed that if he had been drinking water at that moment, that he would have been able to control himself and would have sprayed it across the floor. Who did I offend? Why am I the target of a high sequence beyond her? Her first lamented in Chinese. Then he quickly analyzed the possible parties. Member of the Twilight Hermit Order, because the hero banded Dark Emperor had killed the Desire Apostle Berea. Members of the Aura Order, they drew links to the Fool from the tarot cards I left during the Captain incident, and they decided to investigate the hero banded Dark Emperor. Members of the three churches and MI9, just to find out the truth about the Captain affair. Every one of them is possible, and none of them can be ruled out. Shit, even Klein has started to think a lot. Klein didn't show any abnormalities as he deliberately asked. Why is she investigating the true identity of the hero bound Dark Emperor? No one knows. Sharon replied in the simplest terms. Klein thought for 2 seconds and said after organizing words, what kind of person is she? I want to know if I should take this mission. Sharon remained silent for 2 seconds, seemingly in recollection. Then she described female, above 1.7 meters tall, very well proportioned, chestnut hair, was disguised, loves black leather boots, only occasionally attends the gathering, and first appeared 2 months ago. Loves wearing black leather boots, female, high sequence beyond her. When these 3 keywords were put together, it immediately triggered a certain part of Klein's memories. The one that grabbed him in the air when he left the museum, right? Wait, what happened? What happened, Romero? Are we still alive? Back when he was... it was her! Back when he went to the Royal Museum to steal the Dark Emperor card, he had met a mysterious high sequence beyond her and the reconstructed study of Empress Roselle. That one, she only revealed her feet in black leather boots, and when he borrowed the power of the Grey Fog to escape, he ended up running into the Devil Dog due to the side effects. I remember this. You don't gotta refresh it. The Devil Dog due to the side effects of the Master Key and had to shout for help. Therefore, Klein Moriarty ended up meeting the female demigod again. Why would she look for Hero Bandit Dark Emperor? She probably knows that it was a blasphemy card. She was probably I feel like she's already suspecting Klein in some way. Like, even though she let him go, in some way, shape, or form, she knew, like, oh, he has the blasphemy card. And the second she heard of the Dark Emperor, she was probably able to piece the two together. Easy acting like he went but doing this somehow. Like he won't. Never have I ever. Never have I ever. Why would she look for a hero bent in Dark Emperor? She confirmed that the thief who stole the card of blasphemy is a spirit body and knows what will happen if a spirit body carries and contains the Dark Emperor card. Hence, she had locked onto the hero bandit Dark Emperor who has similar traits. Klein quickly thought of a very convincing possibility. The only thing that confused him was how the other person knew that he had taken a Dark Emperor card and not any other card, such as the Abyss card or the Sun card. Unless she was targeting the card of blasphemy and she had investigating beforehand that it was a Dark Emperor card. So she was waiting for somebody to steal it. Well, Miss Sharon said that she joined the gathering for the first time more than 2 months ago. This matches the timing of Roselle's exhibition. Later on, she occasionally participated without leaving Backland. Or perhaps she returned regularly to search for the enemies who had taken the Dark Emperor's card. Klein's thoughts blazed through his mind as he gave a faint smile. I'll keep an eye out for her. I hope there's something to be gained. She can forget about getting anything her entire life. He added inwardly without hesitation. Sharon nodded almost imperceptibly and said nothing more about the human skin shadow. Obviously, she only had 2 leads, but it was still better than the vampire Emlyn White of the Eye of Wisdom Isengard stand-in circle. Klein slowly exhaled, concealing his inward disappointment, said with a respectful tone, "You and Merrick aren't troubled by the curse anymore, are you?" "There's only one scarlet lunar corona," Sharon answered calmly. The person who wore the scarlet lunar corona was immune to the full moon's effects, a dream item for mutants. That is to say, one will be fine and one will be in the same situation as before. When affected by the full moon, Merrick will be driven to insanity, while Miss Sharon will lose her strength. It appears Merrick is the one using it, Klein thought as he changed topics. Have you found a way to remove Rampager's mental corruption and the bionic characteristics left behind by Rafe Steve? Remember, who was it that said it? Like, who names a Rafe Steve? He casually asked this question without much hope. In his heart, he believed that there was a greater chance with the sun. No. Sharon appeared like she was talking about someone else. Perhaps I will sell you this method in the future and hope that you have saved up your gold pounds. Klein tersely acknowledged and was suddenly unsure of how to continue this conversation. He paused for a few seconds before asking, "Where's White Cliff Town?" "Backland suburb south of the bridge." Sharon answered successfully. She looked into Klein's eyes again. "Nothing else?" "Nothing." Oh, now she's questioning him. Klein first shook his head and then asked, "Can I tell the others about the tomb?" "Sure." Sharon's figure rapidly faded before she disappeared from the carriage. Perhaps it was to conceal herself, as she had never the habit of... Sharon's figure rapidly faded before she disappeared from the carriage. Perhaps it was to conceal herself, as she had never had the habit of using perfume, thus leaving behind an empty environment once more. Okay. Successfully? Dude, I don't know what that said. I know it didn't say successfully. I'm just saying successfully. I feel like at the end of the day, that word meant successfully. As I say, I'd never be doing it again. Let's pause, update, and let's keep reading. I like the next chapter title. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm feeling this chapter title. I'm feeling this. I am feeling this chapter title. All right. 435. Okay, we're 2 hours, 7 minutes, 31 seconds. Succinctly means keeping it short and straight. To the point. LOTM expands my vocabulary be like 5%. Lord of Mysteries really has been enhancing my vocabulary. Am I retaining these words? No. Am I mispronouncing them every time they get brought up? Yes. Alright, let's do this. Let's keep reading. Let me, you know what? Let me mix it up. I want to play some Nier music. I like me some Nier music. Such a good game. Damn, man. Nier Replicant, Nier Automata. Fuck, man. Such good games. Even Drakengard to a certain extent. You remembered Lampoon? You remember Lampoon? I do remember Lampoon. That's a good word. Because they say it so much. Alright, here we go. Alright, next chapter. Oh! I lied. Now we do next chapter. Alright. Chapter 435, Aggravated Effect. 8 p.m. Harvest Church. After changing back into his usual attire, Klein looked around once as he pressed down on the edge of his hat. Then he walked into the hall and headed for Emmeline White, who was standing before the 3 rows of candlelights on the right side of the hall. At the vampire's feet was a black suitcase. Its surface was seemingly covered with a layer of a wall of spirituality. Upon sensing Detective Sherlock Moriarty coming in, Emmeline was first pleased before revealing an alarm clock. He bent down to grab his suitcase and took a few steps back, closing the gap he had with Father Trotsky, who was focused on praying. "Are you afraid that I'll rob you of your beyond ingredients?" Klein stopped 3 meters away and he smiled and said, "Let me first verify of the 2 ingredients I need." Emmeline White ran his hand through his hair, lifted the leather case to his chest, and undid the buckle. The wall of spirituality shattered as a result, turning into a light breeze that blew through the prayer hall. Klein, who had long activated his spirit vision, immediately saw bursts of strangle and dazzling light. It was a spiritual radiance released by many beyond characteristics. There were 2 small boxes inside the suitcase. One was made of tin and had many patterns on it. It looked like a Spartan and heavy. The other was only a cardboard box. Holding the black leather suitcase in one hand, Emmeline opened the slightly tarnished silver-colored tin case. The item inside looked like a yellowish-brown peeled walnut with the grows and rigs of a brain. Along with the flickering of the candle flame, it appeared constantly changed. Sometimes it would turn gray and appear wrinkled. At other times it would turn dark brown and extremely smooth. The colors would interweave, outline a featureless face. At the sight of it, Klein felt the power of the potion, which had completely digested and assimilated, stir a little like a magnet encountering an opposite pole. That's hype. Romero. They really are doing a transaction, huh? At the sight of it, Klein felt the power of the potion, which had completely digested and assimilated, stir a little. Like a magnet encountering an opposite pole, he was able to control his body with his clown powers as he suppressed the feeling of attraction. He knew deep down that the item was a genuine mutated pituitary gland of a thousand-faced hunter. It seems like what Emperor Rizzo speculated in his diary is possible, that high-sequence items of the same pathway would unconsciously draw low- and mid-sequence beyonders to them, with a tendency to draw them together. Although the thousand-faced hunter's pituitary gland is still very far from a high sequence and doesn't have the kind of special force of attraction, it contains enough beyonder characteristics. Moreover, I've digested the sequence 7 potion. When the person and ingredients are sufficiently close, such a phenomenon will appear. I didn't notice it before because firstly, the corresponding Beyonder ingredients are low quality, and secondly, my own strength is lacking, and I wasn't of a high enough sequence. Right, every time I digested a potion, an illusionary starry sky would appear around me. There were many resplendent lights within, and they would pull one another in attempt to converge. This might be a scene of the law of convergence of Beyonder characteristics of the same pathway, and the greater the quality, the stronger the pull. Then will Beyonder characteristics of similar pathways conform to this law. Klein's expression didn't the digesting potions, he was able to determine the existence of a certain law. Emlyn White glanced at him warily, quickly closed the thin box, and opened the paper box next to it. The paper box was padded with thick cotton. In the center of it, I read this. The bottle was half empty, while the rest of it was filled with a viscous liquid that could change its color based on the change of light. Any other problems? Emlyn closed the paper box. Let me confirm once more. Klein took out a gold coin and let it spin between his fingers as though it had a life of its own. Ding. The gold coin bounced up and fell down again, landing in Klein's palm. It was heads, indicating a positive response. Klein nodded slightly and took out stacks after stacks of notes from various pockets. They were in 10 pounds, 5 pounds, and 1 pound denominations. 1,450 pounds. Klein placed the pile of cash on a nearby piece of furniture. Retreat a few steps. No, 5 steps. Emlyn called out cautiously. Klein smiled, raised his hands, and took 5 steps back. Emlyn cautiously moved closer, checking to see if there were any blank paper in the stack of cash. After doing a slight count, he threw the leather suitcase in his hand towards Klein. Klein was startled. With his agile moves, he accurately caught the suitcase. My music is a little loud. He was afraid that the blood of the thousand-faced hunters would seep out after the bottle shattered, and Emlyn White took this opportunity to collect the bills and quickly retreated to the side of Father Wachowski. Only then did he have a sigh of relief after seriously checked the amount and their oh my god, I'm out of it. Authenticity. At the sight, Klein recalled the scene and suddenly felt ashamed. He and Emlyn had made a perfectly fine Church of Mother Earth Cathedral look like the scene of an arms or drug trade. That's what Romero said. After confirming the condition of the two ingredients, Klein snapped his fingers, igniting a match he had specifically separated from his clothes and allowed the soaring red flames to envelop his body. When the flames descended back down, he had already disappeared. As he often met Emlyn White at the Harvest Church, he didn't find if Father Trotsky found out that he was a Beyonder who had helped him eliminate his dark personality. He even felt that this would give him some form of friendship. Emlyn, who was counting on the money, looked up and was stunned for a good 2 seconds. He muttered to himself in a low voice, "My suitcase, my tin box," because he took them. On the lamplit street, a carriage rolled over the puddles and headed for the edge of the Emperor's Borough. Force had told her good friend Shio Derecha that she had a teacher and had ended up consuming another apprentice potion. After confirming that she didn't have any signs of losing control, Shio looked outside the window at the gas lamps, which weren't much taller than she, and asked in puzzlement, "I've always wondered why they've preserved as ingredients and not as potions. Your teacher could have concocted a potion beforehand and brought them here, so there was no need for him to do it on the spot." Forrest gave a faint smile and said, "I've asked him about this before. He said that there are two main reasons. One is that different Beyonder ingredients have different uses." Bro was gonna be so sad. Wait, one was that the different Beyonder ingredients have different uses, and when they're made into a potion, they cannot be used flexibly. The second is that when Beyonder characteristics are solidified, they can be kept forever. Oh, but after it becomes a potion, they won't be the case unless one uses a special isolation technique. Why? Shio asked in surprise. This isn't an ordinary type of medicine beyond our weapons in which its spirituality would continue to dissipate and weaken. So it's not like a weapon. Forrest wasn't in the mood to laugh, but she had no choice but to maintain her smile. It's not a problem about the characteristics lost, but that once Beyonder ingredients become potions, not only can humans absorb them, even other creatures of materials or materials without life can. Not only can humans absorb them, even other creatures, this is the one that's throwing me off, or materials without life can. Like erodes? It's a material, and it's like the first intellectual sealed artifact, right? Dunsmith did say that if a potion was left out long enough, it will turn the container into a sealed artifact. I don't remember that. Like a sealed artifact. Okay. All right. It's just relatively slower. For example, if I use a glass bottle to store the potion, it might appear fine. But after a few days, the glass bottle would finish... Oh! But after a few days, the glass bottle would finish drinking the potion, becoming a special mystical item. It might even gain intelligence. Of course, my teacher said that such a situation has very huge side effects, akin to what a rampager leaves behind. The 7 churches and some hidden factions have special isolation techniques, but it's rather troublesome, and they won't use its low or mid-sequence potions. How amazing, Shio sighed. She took another look outside and said in a low voice, "We're almost there. She and Fours were here to attend the Beyonder gatherings with Mr. A was holding." Fours smiled while feeling her heart bleed. I don't like that. That does not sound good. The potion will be absorbed by the bottle, turning the bottle into a seal. So it turns it into a sealed artifact, like a mystical. Okay. Like it becomes a mystical item, thus a sealed artifact. Okay, I did not remember that. I'm not even gonna lie. I did not remember that. Force smiled while feeling her heart bleed. I don't like that sentence. I hope there's the Spirit Eater's stomach pouch. Her teacher Dorian Gray had taught her the active method before he left. He even gave her the potion formula for Trickmaster and got her to attempt to find the Beyonder ingredients on her own. If she hadn't gathered all the ingredients by the time she had digested the apprentice potion, she could write to him for help. This left Forrest in a rather lost spot. Why did it... why did I spend so much damn money? Well, now that she drinks 2 potions, she'd be able to hit sequence 7 quicker next volume. Up until now, why did I spend large sums of money to purchase the Trickmaster formula and the active method? Up to now, the greatest and invaluable help the Terror Club has given me were the things that Mr. Hangman and Miss Justice taught me to take note of, as well as Mr. Fool's interference and innovation. Otherwise, teacher would have long discovered a problem with me, and I wouldn't have become his student. So I'll just consider it as a price for neutralizing the full moon's curse. As a thought crossed her mind, Forrest suddenly noticed that the house where Mr. A had his gathering held had visibly collapsed, and that there were even scorch marks in many places. There was a fierce battle here. Who dealt with Mr. A, an official organization? Forrest immediately... What house is this? Forrest immediately signaled to Shio and instructed the carriage driver outside. Not here, 2 more streets up ahead. Aurora order base found... What? Aurora orders base found terrorist organization suffers severe setbacks. The other day, Klein saw the article the moment he flipped the newspapers open. Let's hope Mr. A died in the ambush. He drew the crimson moon on his chest and solemn... Freaking Klein, like, let's hope he's been killed. He had already thrown the thousand-faced hunter's blood and mutate particularly glanced from last night above the gray fog to ensure that day wouldn't be lost. Even if I die, they won't be lost. Klein... I don't like that. Damn, what's up, dude? What's up? You been playing piano? Welcome back. Even if I die, they won't be lost. Klein chewed on a piece of bacon with great ease. I'm not liking that. After last night's transaction, his cash reserves have fallen back below 1,000 pounds, leaving him with only 735 pounds, which was only enough to buy a deep-sea Naga's hair. After that, he didn't have the ability to purchase the human skin Shadow's characteristic. Without any better clues or money, Klein rested at home and entered the morning. After lunch, he dressed up and headed straight for the Backland Bridge area. He had previously made an agreement with Carson's machinery hive mind to find him at the Lucky Bar near West Ballum Dock if he had intelligence. If the intelligence was especially important and Carson wasn't there, he was to go straight to Lever Cathedral. After all, Sherlock Moriarty was a member of a secret organization, so there was no need for the caution. There weren't many customers at Lucky Bar in the afternoon, so Klein instantly saw Carson sitting and drinking alone in the corner of the bar. He walked over, knocked on the table, and reported with a surprised voice, "Many people in East Borough are spreading the fate of the original creator." Carson shipped some alcohol brews for the pure malted and replied nonchalantly, "I'm aware." As expected, Klein commented silently before smiling, "I have a clue regarding a 4th epoch tomb of Noble." Ah. The glass in Carson's hand paused as he looked at Klein's surprise, as he unconsciously nudged his thick glasses. But he noticed that Detective Charlotte Moriarty wasn't continuing to describe the matter, but looking at the bartender a few steps away while he sang with a deep smile, "1 glass of Stout Vile beer." Okay, let's keep reading. Wait, hold up. Let me pause this first. Nah, it would take longer for Force to digest the potion since she would need to digest it twice. Oh, really? Well, I know he can revive Haley. I know he mentioned it. I found it very curious how he's very confident in saying like, I have like 2 or 3 uses left. Like, how would he know that? You know, Easy knows that the ending of the volume is close and he sees everything as a flag. Yes, I am doubting. I know the end of this volume is close. I know it's in the late. I know it's between 450 or 490 where it ends. The paranoia it is setting in. Paranoia. He just making shit up. He has no idea. It's yeah, he said that, but like he's acting so confident when he says, "Oh, it's cool. If I die, I'll just come back." Like, dude, you don't know that. That just adds so much more realism to the potions. I love the fact that even a bottle can absorb the potion. Yeah. Well, it's like diffusion, right? Like we know like liquids can phase through plastic, right? Diffusion. I forget what's the whole scientific thing, but it's true. It's true. The clown bottle, that just adds so much more realism. All right. Let's read one more chapter. We are on a grind today. I know. Let's read one more chapter right now. And I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna eat some oatmeal. I'm gonna make some quick oatmeal. I got some oatmeal in the pantry outside, so I'm just pop that in the microwave, put some milk in it, then we're gonna quickly eat some oatmeal and we'll come right back, just so it can keep me full. Do my timestamp 2. Well, I might. You know what? Next chapter is a good place to stop. Okay, so let's do one more chapter and then we're gonna stop. And if I'm able to secure this pre-order in the next 2 hours, we could come back, or we won't come back. Let's do 10-hour stream. I know, man. If we do a 10-hour stream, it'd probably have to be like tomorrow. We can finish in 3 more streams. Don't hype me up like that, bro. You get me a little excited, guys. Okay, hold up. Okay, tell me like, and you can be like, it ends in the 480s, it ends in the 490s, or it ends in the 470s. That's cool. That's chill. I don't consider. You can tell me like within the tenths. Be honest with me, Mr. Misty. I never forget anything. Let me read your question. Be honest with me. Have you forgotten to update the chapter timestamps? I lied. I forgot to update it one time. I forgot to update it at 4:30. I didn't update 432. 480s, 481. I like that. 81, 80, 82. So in the 80s. 494. Some of you guys are throwing me off. Sold 500 plus. Okay, so it ends in the. Oh. Okay, let's do some math. If we lock in, like if we truly lock in, fuck, I'm just stalling speaking. Hold on, I just got shut up and read. Don't trust Unhinged? Nah, I know it was in the late 400s. We have about 50 chapters. And so it's over like 50 chapters. Our 9 hours, when I streamed for 9 hours, we read 20 chapters. And then I came back and we read like another 15. So that's 2 streams right there. And that'll take us to 35. So I Unhinged is, yeah, he was being very optimistic. And the week, bro, you're telling me we might be done by Sunday. Oh, Romero, bro, hold up, bro. Wait, I was gonna say shut up. I don't mean it that way. Don't hype me up. Shit starts to hit the fan at about the 460s, ends at like 480s. Okay, so the last 20 chapters, shit hits the fan. Can he lock in when Klein gives the warning? So once Klein says it's go time, we lock in? Dude, look, okay, Haley. Anime Wiz is gonna pass me. All right, hold up. I need to play sad music, guys. We lost the race. He's gonna pass me. He's gonna pass me in volume 3. And you know what? As clients say, all die including me. People will eventually pass me. And you know what? That's okay. Damn, the music hit right now. He's gonna pass me. I started 6 months ago. Don't lose hope, Badoon Lord. I lost hope. But he ain't gonna pass me in volume 2. He's gonna pass me in volume 3. Because I've noticed he has more free time than me. Yeah, man. And then it's like, fuck, man. My free time is so limited. Stay strong, brothers and sisters. We will finish volume 2 before Anime Wiz. But he might pass us in volume 3. Because don't forget, man. I didn't read for like a fucking month when I was preparing for Japan. And then in January, I was sick for like 2 weeks. In December, I was sick for like 2 weeks. We lost like 2 months of progress when it came to reading. He won't pass you my heart. I love you, man. I love you guys. Wiz is scary. He makes such accurate theories. He's already had theories that are revealed. You know what? And the reason he's probably speculating better, he's being very meticulous with his notes. I've noticed he's being very consistent with his notes, and I'm not being consistent with my notes. And I feel like as long as I'm consistent with my notes, we might be able to reach his tier. Don't forget these two. Don't forget these two communicate. Oh yeah, I don't want to wait. Don't tell me what he theorized. The ending is to come. All right, I got shut up. Let's lock in. Let's fucking keep reading. All right, just be prepared, guys. We're probably gonna finish volume 2 this weekend. Shit, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I hope you guys are fucking free over the weekend, and you guys better call out at work if we see me at an. No, actually, don't call out. You're more interacting with subs, man. Hey, thank you. 20-hour stream to lock in. I think we're gonna do a long stream over the weekend. All right. Saturday and Sunday. This might be it. All right. Let's fucking read. I'm getting pumped. Honestly, just don't take breaks between every chapter. Do it every 3 or 2 chaps. Honestly, just don't take breaks between every chapter. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Man, this music makes it feel like Easy's dying or something. Like, the music is so, it's so sad we've lost the fight, brothers. But we will not lose the war. We may have lost the battle, but not the war. Maybe, I don't think we're going to finish it Saturday. Maybe Sunday. Shit, maybe Monday. We'll find out. We're done. If 50 chapters, 5 days. 5 to 6, in less than a week max. I'm shooting for Sunday. We can probably finish it. I'm not gonna finish it if I keep fucking stalling at this point. I just need to shut up and read. Okay, let me just copy and paste this. Let's read one more right now. I need to end stream, eat, and we might potentially come back unannounced today. In like a few hours if we secure this pre-order, or we'll come back early tomorrow. Acting like Dali. You know the story of the turtle winning the race? Exactly. Red Devil, thank you. This will be peak, really peak. Oh, you guys are fucking hyping me up, man. You guys gotta shut up. You guys shut up. Oh, I don't mean shut up. But like, you guys gotta stop. You're hyping me up a little bit too much. All right, chill, brothers and sisters. Please chill, dude. This is a little too exciting. All right, next chapter. Man, you guys are exciting me. 436, Klein's request. Seeing the white foam of the South Vial beer being placed in front of Sherlock Moriarty, Carson finally came to his senses. It was only when the bartender was a certain distance away from him did he ask in a suppressed voice, "What do you want?" Klein picked up his glass and took a sip. He took a few seconds to savor the bitter taste of the malt and faint sweetness to form it. Cheers. He looked sideways at the Carson and smiled before raising his glass. Without hesitation, Carson shook his head and refused the offer. Mumbling, "You have beer, while I have strong distilled liquor. It's not suitable for a toast." Klein was only going through motion, so he once again took a sip of his South Vial beer, looked straight ahead, and chuckled. "What I want is very simple. I'm not sure what's inside the tomb, so I can only describe it rather vaguely. While I hope that I can choose an item from the spoils of your tomb exploration, I'm not greedy and my request will not involve high sequence items. I wouldn't dare take it even if they were one of the options. If you find nothing or there are only high sequence items, then I don't want any. Of course, I believe that when the latter happens, you wouldn't be stingy with giving me a sum of cash that's consistent with my contribution." After hearing about Amon's family's tombs with Miss Sharon yesterday, he came up with the rough plans. The first plan was to blow the copper whistle, contact Mr. Zick, and after hearing about the Amon's family tomb with Miss Sharon yesterday, he came up with, oh, Zick is gonna be involved in the ending. Okay. The first plan was to blow the copper whistle, contact Mr. Zick, and join forces to explore the tomb. Get out of here. However, there were many potential problems with this plan. Firstly, he was unsure of the amount of strength that Zick, who was still in the midst of finding his lost memories, had regained. Secondly, Zick was being pursued by MI9, so it was very easy for him and Zick to land in trouble. Thirdly, there was a high chance that Klein would end up reappearing on the sites of sealed artifact 008 once again. Of course, he could also consider using the Herb of the Grey Fog to make contact and embark on the exploration. However, blowing the copper whistle above the Grey Fog made it impossible to summon a messenger, therefore ending all his subsequent plans. More importantly, Klein didn't dare to reveal the secret of the space above the Grey Fog to his Zick Eagers, whose identity remained a mystery. Therefore, he finally chose the second method, which was to use his identity as an informant to submit the information to the machinery hive mind and ask for a reasonable reward. When it came to the number of high sequence beyonders, which faction could have more than the 7 churches? According to what Klein knew, there were close to 10 high sequence beyonders in the Church of the Evernight Goddess. In other words, nearly half of the 13 archbishops and 9 high-ranking decans had reached and surpassed sequence 4. This wasn't considering the adorers of the goddess and the pope who helmed the church. Even in the situation regarding the Church of the Goddess steam machinery was inferior in this aspect, it couldn't be that inferior. The Archbishop of the Backland Diocese, Hormuck Hayden, was a high sequence beyonder, and such for an Orthodox church with all its resources accumulated to date, it wouldn't value the mid-sequence items very, very much. Klein believed that he could negotiate a reasonable price. Simply put, the core elements of the second plan was find the organization for difficulties. Upon hearing Klein's offer, Carson paused for a second, then blurted out, "Are you a believer in God?" "I've always had the goddess in my heart." Klein drew the triangular sacred emblem on his chest. "Is it because of my beliefs in God that I've told you this information, not the Nighthawk's true, Mr. Stanton? God said to let those who wish me be strong. Be strong. Only by becoming stronger and have more money can I have more access to different channels and resources, and thus provide you with better and more effective information." In order to convince the machinery hive mind, he had specifically spent the morning reading through the Steam and Machinery Bible. Then he had bought earlier. He then found a few sentences from the deity that met the requirements and memorized them. Carson was momentarily unable to provide a rejoinder. He just sat there stunned to the point of forgetting to drink. Seeing this, Klein quickly added, "Moreover, this will help you establish a harmonious and efficient relationship with new generation informants. As long as you spread the news of the rewards I receive as a result of this, as well as keeping your promise without going back on your words, then I believe that the other informants will will be deeply moved and be greatly motivated to their best to gather useful information for you. Of course, I wish that you use my pseudonym when advertising this. Carson listened with a blank face, picked up his glass and gulped down a mouthful he almost choked. Cough. Sherlock, the real you is completely different from what I remember about you from before, he sighed. The detective Sherlock Moriarty in his memories was good at analysis and reasoning. He was extremely calm and polite, and with a great sense of justice, he offered very effective advice. He was an outstanding believer in God. Yet, now he was. Klein took a sip of his beer and chuckled. Everyone has their different sides. Using a single facade to face everything is prone to error. This is a problem you have to pay attention when making deductions. After calming down for a moment, Carson stood up and said, I have no right to agree to such a request. I reported it immediately, so wait here for a while. Alright, Klein waved to the bartender and added a serving of potato wedges. By this time, he leisurely finished his food and beer. Carson returned to the bar with the deckhand of the machinery hive mind, Icon Sir Bernard. Icon Sir looked around, seeing that there was no one around. He said in a deep voice, there's no problem with your request, but there's one condition to add on. Items with strong side effects and curses are not among the items available for selection. What I want is an ingredient. Klein immediately left. Alright, dare I ask if it is your personal decision or the response from the higher-ups? I have the right to make such a decision. Icon Sir used his hat to press down on his fluffy hair, but since it concerns an aristocratic tomb from the 4th epoch, I had sent a telegram to the Archbishop and he didn't object to it in his replies. Alright, Klein drew another triangular sacred emblem on his chest. I'll give you the information now. Icon Sir shook his head subconsciously. He looked around and pointed to a billboard room. Let's talk inside. This Dickon, who is always publicly placed on trial by the mirror called erodes, is quite experienced. Klein murmured and followed Icon Sir and Carson into the billboard room while making sure that the adjacent rooms were empty. Klein paused for a few seconds and said with a deliberation, the thing is, there were beyonders who found a hidden tomb in the mouth of the Stamford River in White Cliff Town. He searched the periphery and found some items. After that, they recruited people and did further explorations, but no one returned. If you search carefully over there, you will definitely find the corresponding traces. After listening carefully, Icon Sir asked, are you sure it's an aristocratic tomb from the 4th epoch? The items on the outside can prove that they're members of the Tudor dynasty or Amon's family. Tudor dynasty's Amon family. Klein answered truthfully. He then warned them. The Beyonders who died in there weren't weak at all, and there was quite a few of them. I believe that this tomb isn't something that can be explored by those below high sequence Beyonders. It's hype. Those below high sequence Beyond. This is getting scary. Amon. Icon Sir frowned instinctively. It could be seen that as a Decon, he had the authority to know some ancient secret history. Without waiting for Klein to emphasize it again, he looked up and said, we will collect the relevant information first before we act. A 4th epoch aristocrat tomb is very dangerous. Don't tell information to anyone else or explore it yourself, otherwise you and your friends will only lose their lives. If I dared, I wouldn't be sitting here. Klein gave a self-deprecating laugh and said, my reputation has always been good. After making the deal, he watched Icon Sir and Carson leave before putting on his hat and sauntered out of Lucky Bar. Towards the nobles of the 4th epoch, as well as the Amon family, the machinery hive mind will still be very cautious. They'll have to at least several days of preparing before they take action. Prudence. Klein's random thoughts froze on a single word. He thought of another thing that could be described as being prudent. After Rizal had joined the ancient organization suspected of the Twilight Hermit Order, he had actually never mentioned its name in his own secret diary, which was written in Chinese. Each time he would refer to it by referring to it with the appropriate characteristics. This level of prudence was a very suspicious phenomenon. Why did an Emperor Rizal dare to mention the name of that organization, even when it's written in Chinese? This is completely different from the style of writing where he dared to write anything in his diary. What was he afraid of, or what was he worried about? Could it be that as long as he said or wrote down the name of the Twilight Hermit Order, then they would be made aware of it no matter which language he used? Do one of their members of the sealed artifact they possess have such abilities? A guess popped up in Klein's mind, but there was no way to confirm it unless he was willing to take the risk. I'll first assume it's true and that I haven't been perceived by them, because the channeling of the desired apostle spirit had been done above the Grey Fog, and forming misjustice of it was also done in response to a prayer using the Grey Fog. Well, it's almost Monday, and I have to remember misjustice in the Terror Club. Not to say or write down. Wow, hold up. I'm shutting down right now. Whew. Remember, write down the name. Oh my god, I am shutting down. I'm sorry. Twilight Hermit Order. As for the reason, she can understand it by herself with me simply giving her a look. Klein quickly made his next arrangements and stood out of Lucky Bar. Seeing that it was so early, he took a horse carriage to the Quilling Club, intending to spend the afternoon there. As soon as he entered the hall, he saw the equestrian teacher, Talon Dermont. This descendant of the blue blood was sitting in a corner, holding a glass scarlet grape wine. His face was rosy, and he was skipping in. Oh my God, he was sipping it in high spirits. You seem to be in good mood, Talon. Klein smiled and greeted him. Talon chuckled and said, because the new year... They have been talking about the new year a lot. Then, rather excitingly, he asked, Sherlock, do you know what it's like to really like someone? Klein showed a fake smile. I'm sorry, I'm still single. Talon finished the rest of his wine, stood up, waved his hand, and said, that's a pity. Well, I have to get busy. By the way, thank you for introducing Mr. Fremis Cage. Klein recalled the investment of the bike project and sincerely expressed his gratitude. When are you free these days? I like to get you to bring me around to sample some of Backland's delicacies. After the New Year, Talon put on his hat and walked with a smile to the reception hall. Has this fellow entered the season of love? Klein couldn't help but mutter. Just as he turned around and took a few steps, he suddenly heard a heavy thud. Klein jerked... I feel like my music is loud. No, we're good. Just as he turned around, he took a few steps, he suddenly heard a heavy thud. What did he hear? Klein jerked his head back and saw Talon... No way, they just killed him. Shut up, wait. Klein jerked his head back and saw Talon Dummett on the ground. His left hand clamped tightly on his chest where his heart was. No. His body was convulsing non-stop. This, Klein hurried over, but at this moment, Talon had already spat out all the white foam on his mouth, losing his last breath. I was liking Talon. Oh, man. Losing his last breath of life. In just a few seconds, he had turned into a dead corpse. He had fallen in love. And man, I thought these were gonna be his new homies from the Quilling Club, man. I'm so mad, dude. I'm not gonna cry, but like, I didn't know, we didn't know him for that long. He was kind of just like that one friend or like the one acquaintance he'd bump into the Quilling Club. Man, I'm so bummed out. Damn. Another chapter that didn't get updated. You right. At least I updated my notes. Damn. Well, no, I'm not gonna cry. I'm saving my tears for the ending of volume 2. You know it. Let's do overall thoughts. We're gonna end stream. Also, because I do need to make space on my PC. I need to delete some older videos. Not the like really good important ones. But I technically do need to make space. Otherwise, we're going to run out of space and won't be able to record like a long read through. I'm sad. Shit. Overall thought. You guys want me to read that? You guys really want me to stop there? At a friend's death. Overall thoughts. I thought I heard Ellie growl. I think that was just my stomach growling. I gotta go hibernate. You guys gotta hibernate. Do it easy, cry. No, save those tears. We need ammo. What do you mean you need ammo? Don't scare me like that. Store them emotions. The tears for the end of volume 2 will be a great thumbnail. All my tears are gone. I shed all my tears at the end of volume 1. Yeah, we're gonna stream tomorrow. Look, man. All I'm gonna say is we are gonna be sick tomorrow because we need to pre-order that Nintendo Switch 2. Will I use it right away? Probably not, but we can still secure the copy. And then after we secure it, we can stream. And announce all the new streams early. Yeah, no, we need to make sure we announce everything moving forward. Because look, we're gonna be done in like 50-ish chapters. They are indeed not gone. Look, man, we're done in 50 chapters. We're gonna try and stream for a really good amount of time tomorrow. We're gonna try and go live a lot earlier than usual and just stream. We're gonna try and pump out a full work hour shift right now on this stream tomorrow, all right? We're trying to clock in for an 8-hour shift tomorrow, okay? But they are indeed not gone. But we had a lot of mixed emotions today. We had really high highs with that intro, and then we lost all that when Leonard and Klein did not team up against the Dark Apostate, and then I was so bummed out in such a bad mood. But then we found out about the secret organization. We're getting all this shit set up. We lost a friend, and this volume can end in so many different ways, and I don't know if I should be scared or excited. I'm mostly excited, but I'm also scared. We're gonna end stream now. We need to make space on our PC so we can have a good, long, recorded reaction. And I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. Wait, an 8-hour stream will destroy your throat. Don't push yourself. Hey, man, we did like 15 hours back to back at the end of Volume 1. Don't forget, for those of you guys that were at the end of, for those of you guys that joined me at the end of last year in like December, we did 9 hours of LOTM. We slept, and I woke up in 6 hours, and then we did like another 5 hours, right? Or like 5 or 6 hours, something like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, peace. Have a beautiful day. Or by the time this video up, I'll see you in like a few hours. All right, guys, later. All right, we're gonna end stream. Before we end stream, thank you guys. We had a lot of people tune in today. I am forever thankful. Thank you. I'm gonna let you go, and I will see you guys very soon. And I can hear Ellie trying to bark at me. I'm gonna take her out for a walk while I'm uploading the video, and then I'm gonna eat. Well, I'll probably eat first, and then we're gonna take her out for a walk. Helping 40 people average soon. Dude, it's gonna be crazy. I'm feeling it. That's exciting. All right, guys. Peace. We're ending it now. Hold up. I'm trying to find my scene button. I'm trying to find the start screen button. All right. Later, guys.